Hello, and welcome to the stream. So for the next, when does it start? A week? When does this actually start? The 28th. Yes, so for the next week, or thereabouts, I'm going to be preparing for this. From the 28th to the 3rd of December is when it goes, and then we got the Africa stuff as well, or Africa, however you say it. When's that start? So here's the tournament. That starts on the 5th, so I get 1 day of rest. But then look at the times aren't that bad. 9, 12. These are times I can do. Now it does start at 6 at some point. Yes, my microphone is coming through. So these 6 a.m. games I might miss. Honestly, I mean it is a preseason tournament, so I'm not that bothered. But there's only 2 of them, so I might miss the 6 a.m. ones, but do everything else. And that lasts to the 10th, and then it's the 10th, and then it's like we're only a month away. Well, I make an intro video for the Game Changer teams. See, now this is the thing. I don't think I'm going to have time. I mean, there's already 8 teams and it starts in 7 days. So I'm already behind the 8 ball with that because I took a bit of time off for my birthday. So I'm going to say no. I think what I'm going to do instead probably is like a 2-part, like, you know, smaller introduction, let's say, to each of the teams. Kind of, you know, the storyline of the teams and like my thoughts on the teams. Obviously, some of the teams I already know, right? Like, if I'm going through these teams, like, I would say, for me, like, G2, I know pretty well, right? BBL, I know pretty well, just from their time playing in EMEA, having played against Ascend. Like, I've watched both of those teams, you know, quite a bit. I might go through it on my own just to, like, quickly, like, refresh myself. But, you know, I've seen these teams. I already have opinions about these teams. In terms of where they are, what they're good at, and stuff like that. I'll probably just need like a refresher rather than having to like go through it. And then obviously SR, who were V1, I've watched quite a bit of them as well. I have a pretty good idea on who they are. So these 3 teams, I already have a pretty good idea of you know what they're doing, who they are. It's just the other 5 that I don't know as well, right? I know about them, I just don't know them like as well. So I'm going to start off with EG, I think, who obviously are a very difficult team to kind of know because they have a new player, right? So EG in their previous game had, it was Keensi, or however you say that, right? This is what it was. And now they have, who did they bring in? Was it Nora? Who wasn't there before? Yeah. So again, some of these players I've seen before on other teams and whatnot. You know, obviously Laurie was on, funnily enough, SR last year on the thing. So anyway, yeah, let's just, yeah, I know about SMG obviously, and the fact that they, I mean, their match history looks like this. So the last time they lost was in 2022. So this team that they probably put together has literally not lost a game and has only lost 1, 2, 3, 4 maps. So yeah. And obviously, maybe the competition isn't great. I can't speak to that. Obviously, this team has a dog as its picture, which is quite funny. So maybe the competition isn't great, but still, dominating this hard against anyone is quite impressive. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. But yeah, first off, we're going to dive into EG and look at them. So I'm probably just going to take a look at all these games.
Want
oh,
to
look.
spend more time tailoring
Speaking of SR,
Shopify's tools help you build your brand.
Good old that.
Be unheard of. But if they weren't able to do that, they'd only
be
the
Mike.
second.
Is it me or
the,
is it
the only non-Melon Alexis
been able to finish things.
Okay, so
any sort of call that's come their way.
Again, they don't have their full team, so we're gonna have to keep that in mind. So I'm not interested. So if you see their Rays do anything, don't care. Right, we're more interested in the other 4. Comp-wise, they're going for Chamber. That's fine. Yeah, let's
until this point
dive into it.
Can they finish things off? Version 1 starting on the attacking side.
So I did watch this game when they played it.
Seems to be intent on applying a little bit of pressure and inserting Starbound into short.
Can't remember it.
Yeah, I like that too. Showing the Rays first.
Oh, I got a new.
Oh, that dog missed. It missed. What?
Hold on. What happened?
Rays first.
The dog missed?
Oh, that dog missed. It missed.
That's kind of crazy.
Starbound on the swing. Yeah.
You kind of ended up being a bit pinched here, to be honest.
Wonder how much more they can
B1
find.
maybe a bit slow to realize that.
Meanwhile, this crossfire setup. Or excuse me, it's just one. It's just
Yeah,
easy,
we're not
and they
super
know
interested
that.
in
They're there.
in the Ray.
3 guns trained.
B1 with the cross there, and now it's double flank here for Larry and Power. So
what do I think about the German language? I can't say I have a ton of thoughts.
Right now, and that should be the signal for Noya.
A couple members weak on the side of version 1. That's the first to fall. Alexis and Floor, the 2 that remain.
Keep looking away and keep missing it.
Both low too here.
Yeah.
No heal for Alexis to get Floor back up.
1 spotted. Know where Floor is. Like Alexis is positioning here, but it was a bit too aggressive. Know where Floor is.
So Flo, and this is a problem Flo can have, just like too aggressive just in general.
Alexis 19 HP. The ghost in hand is a challenge, and they clean around.
That's not around EG should have won.
And that should be the signal for Noya.
So again, this is more like B1 mistakes.
And Noya,
I would say in that round, you know, the missed dog. That's an annoying round to lose if you're V1. You know, you miss a dog, that costs you a kill. You're not aware of the flank possibility, that costs you a kill. Oh wait, they lose this?
Valorant.
Yeah, second round's not that interesting.
Happy belated birthday cake.
Thank you, CN, for the 17 months. Only one off your new
Introducing the Hide and Seek from Belroy. A traditional wallet on the outside, it hides a few tricks on the
I don't need a wallet. Am I gonna... I didn't even know they had ads on these.
I mean, you see the buy that they have right now.
I didn't think they did ads in the middle of these. That's the first time I think I've ever seen an ad in the middle of a VOD. I honestly didn't even know they did that. Because you can turn that, like, you can turn off ads. For those of you who don't know, you can turn off mid-roll ads if you want to. You know. Which obviously is like a content creator you don't want to do, but as VCT, as a VOD, it probably makes more sense.
Now it's primarily pistols.
Yep.
After the carnage that took place in the previous
But then
round.
again, honestly, with the way that YouTube is going, they've very much done the Netflix model, right? Have a good service, give it to people for relatively cheap, people will get it, and then once you feel like, oh, we need the numbers to go up, just make it way worse for everyone. Le3 less with the 9 months. Enjoy your new badge. But like you know when like YouTube competitors come up and about, you know, like, and every so often someone will be like, oh, go to this, you know, different form of like video player website. It's better than YouTube. All of this, right? Like, now is your time. Like, if you want to make a YouTube competitor, like, now is your time, because clearly they have decided that they're gonna turn the dial to make the service worse but make us more money. So slowly people are gonna be looking for answers to go somewhere else. So now, if you're ever wondering, now is the time.
Starbound once again going aggressive here, trying to get a deeper angle.
Okay,
With
so
his head on.
everything they've done so far, like, you know, it's nothing really
V1 already should be
out of the
over.
norm, right? We got
They
normal
have to
Viper
be playing
setups.
aggressive. Right off rip.
That's not ideal.
Come on.
Yeah, it came back to hit her.
Yeah, that's not going to punish Power. There's jump spotting here in bathroom,
Right.
or excuse me, in long. This is not.
Okay, the
setup
orb
that they're
down
looking
long.
For, so
Kind of interesting.
Mel's going to have to try to call an audible right now.
See if
They
they can
normally
elite.
would be getting long right now. They'd be
Mm-hmm.
getting up in octagon, but they don't expect Sarah here for sure.
Oh, do they? They don't. Thought for
Now the
just a
re-explore
moment,
1 for
Keatsy was
1.
gonna turn.
Nice
It
smoke.
looked like a half clear, right? It looked
Yeah.
like she was looking that way.
Is
It's unlucky.
fine on a bonus here.
One players right now, real
Right,
sneaky.
like,
Look at Noise
They get
position,
punished a
taking
little
advantage,
bit, but I don't
shooting
mind
that
being
wall.
aggressive on a bonus.
Quite finding the kill.
I mean,
All
they
that
they
time
really
because
didn't
that
go
Miss
for
Molly
much
is
of a bonus.
now being
either.
actually recovered. With floor getting up long.
At 1 point off of getting the ult.
Is there a second orb here? I didn't
Ah,
see early
30
bathroom
seconds
control because of Starbound.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
think
Force
it-
got it.
look at-
She's got it.
You're absolutely right. Dimensional drift online and
Wow,
used
they
to
go
spike.
for the
Oh,
Yoru.
that's a spam through with the
Yes,
vision
it
that
is.
floor just got.
And she's like a drone. It's insane. Look, here's another one. They know where to look. Drops
Again,
the flash,
Yoru
gets away,
quite
just
good. They
causing
see the
problems
shorty
for
in
them.
there. You know, just don't challenge it. No
There's
point.
no flank to consider.
With a
anything
long
like that, at least
Astra
on the
flank as well. This is quite a nice round by
We've seen
V1,
three
but
different situations where V1 has been lurking, but now the most impactful one here at the end.
One
Yeah.
enemy remains.
See it there.
Okay.
Situation. Value. But now
not a
they
bad
have to
try
deal
by
with
EG. They
the
did get out the
rebound from EG, right? They
the ult
got
as
this
well.
up
They
for
got the old
Starbound.
off
Starbound's been
judge setup
aggressive
here.
so far.
Kind of like
Now
it.
taking the passive route.
Note the judge. Look
Wow.
at this aggressive push. Estai's caught out. The swing.
Again,
Not
a
from
bit
Keatsy.
over-aggressive.
There's that duel that people have been talking about. In favor of Keatsy this time. Still in hand. Target found.
Stinky
Happy
Bud
birthday,
69
Bucket.
with 11 months. Thank you. Enjoy your 1-year badge in 1 month's time.
It's crazy here.
Be almost Christmas then.
Every time EG ends up getting advantage, V1 trades it back.
Wait, how did they get the other kill in this?
In favor of Keatsy this time. Op still in hand.
Yeah.
Target found. Mel falls.
So again, in terms of setup, it's a pretty heavy A setup. Don't know if that was off a
Every
read of
time
some
EG
sort. Maybe the Seeker's read or something
ends
that
up
they're going to come A.
getting
Don't know,
advantage,
but
V1 trades it back. And EG, I mean, tit for tat every time here.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun to keep up with so far. They seem well matched.
Pistol!
Keatsy going up top. The ult does not connect. Starbound does. Almost lands the second onto Sarah. But just a bit wide. Next, keep up with so far. They seem well matched.
Pistol!
Keatsy going up top. The ult does not connect.
I mean,
Starbound does. Almost
nice again.
lands the second onto Sarah. But just a bit wide.
going back and forth.
Now punished by the
Again,
nade
we're
as
not
it
as
pushes
interested
off
in the
angle.
raise.
3v2 numbers for EG. Alexis.
But just in general, the way they're playing.
1 HP.
And the flank too from Power. They don't have the choice to TP, really.
Does Alexis go first here? Off the trade.
Nice. Again, a pretty good round in terms of setup here. Again, pretty standard stuff. Gonna get aggressive. So
Double satchel down with the flash.
Ooh. Instantly punished. Are you
so that's
expecting it?
so this is like a classic. This is a 2021 play. Right, this is a 2021 Valorant play here.
That they were even close. to
Can't get away with this kind of stuff anymore. Right, where it's one person with one bit of utility running into a space where there is potentially a lot of people. This just doesn't work anymore, right? Like, especially with a flash that's like coming from so far deep. Like this is just a play, especially against an well, I guess it's not an eco. Actually, they decided to buy. But even if it's against an eco, it's an even worse decision, right? Because you're possibly giving him a gun here. Actually, isn't an eco, but it's still like these players these days. They're gonna turn that flash, right? And if you do run into multiple of them, even if this is one person, they're still probably gonna turn that flash and still have a chance to get this kill, right? So even in your good example, it's just not enough. Like you're gonna need something else. And to be honest, you just don't have the comp to do something else, right? To do this. You just got the wrong comp to do this. If you were gonna do this, you probably bring the Viper over across, and you probably wouldn't blast back out. You'd probably smoke this, walk up, flash out, swing together. Is probably the way you want to do this. Are there any 2021 plays that are good now still? Yeah, the tiles crunch from B is probably a bit better, but the way teams do it is probably, you know, a bit more optimized nowadays, in general. Like, you know, some teams might have added like an Odin spam coming in from like short, or from like catwalk, which is like a nice addition to it. And teams are more aggressive pushing out of B main, I think, than they used to be as well. But remember when teams used to try and drop the spike and then Omen ult it? And then I made a video about how bad that round was. I don't think I've seen a team do it since I made that video about how bad of a round that was. I can't remember the last time it happened. It's been, I honestly can't remember. But don't you think it's just so funny that, like, Karmine Core versus Na'Vi? Did they do it? No, wasn't that the one that I made the video on though? About how it's such a bad round? Didn't I do it about Karmine? Like, since that video, I can't think of one where I've seen it happen. I can't believe it took so long for teams to realize that it was that, like, that it's like obviously a bit, like, just like even just like a second of thought would have made you realize, like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense at all. Like, when is our goal to use an ult and lose a player to just get the spike down? Like, when is that ever a good idea? And then not even guarantee get the spike down. Like, if you're playing a team who knows what they're doing, not even get the spike down, for sure. Just lose a player. Just play it 4v5. So yeah, don't love this from EG. Don't feel like that's probably the best. And then, nice from Flo dealing with it. But in general, I would say they've been fairly aggressive thus far, which I like. That's good on Bind. You need to contest space for sure. So, you know, they are doing that, and I like that early on in the half. Now here they're on a bit of an eco this round. So it's a bit rough, but
they have used it to counter Shopify in the previous Bind match that we saw. They're even farming up this Razor. Their ult control is unbelievable.
Job done.
Fuck
Perfect.
me.
So
I
we
legit,
have
well,
a beautiful 31,000.
Floor once again going exploring with the
again, I did not know that this was a thing. I guess we're just gonna deal with the ads that come up. It's almost funny in a way. It's kind of funny.
That's value. Noticing exactly that you don't need to use the exit. You don't need to pop.
We can talk about whether they're good ads or not. I would say that's not a good ad. For whatever it was. I don't even know what it was, right? If you've got a 5-second skippable ad, you better mention what it is in the first 5 seconds.
He's already taken a little bit of damage.
Otherwise, like, what's the point?
Not the weaponry you want in a situation like this. Is Floor draw some attention.
So they stacked A, they came B. Unlucky.
Noya on the reaggress.
They're gonna win this, though?
Actually behind them with a shorty in hand.
Oh, that's good. Noya has Mars.
Wow, and that's gonna draw out the ult from Sarah. Can't imagine they wanted to use it in a situation like that, but better safe than sorry. Noya has fallen.
Do they win
He's
this?
gotta be able to get it to half.
No.
Trying to spam through as it
They
falls.
almost do, though.
Came out
Nice try.
Had no place to hide, so, and no teammates to trade.
Starbound has been here a lot.
Are there any changes in the EDG's game changers lineups? I heard someone say that they are, but I don't know that for sure. It's a nice Viper Molly lineup for the Skydog.
But look at the way that she got spotted, and instantly Mel is, and the rest of the team here, they're walking up towards long, ready to hit this site. Normally, you continue to have Noya on alert.
Is the Furia 3 pistol buy after winning pistol good? No.
That's exactly what happens.
They're walking
No,
up towards long,
I would
ready to hit this
advise
site.
against it.
Normally, you continue to have Noya on alert.
Note the gate crash in tandem with Sarah's double satchel out. That's exactly what happens. Valorian power pixel. Get two.
Okay, so those two did pretty well here on this site hold. Again, not a crazy
Ready to
round.
hit this site. Normally, you can see you have no
Yeah, just the two players together. Or he wins the
In
fight.
tandem with Sarah's double
It's a
satchel.
bit.
That's exactly
This is
what
more like
Glory
a
broke
V1
this
with
side.
like their
Two.
better execs. Probably, you know. This is a bit of a messy round by V1.
Managed to maintain control. They're gonna get the spike scooped up. Just a tap to draw out any
But they did
pressure.
manage to punish
Note
it,
the
which is
orb,
good.
note the ult,
I
excuse
like
me.
this from Starbound, the readjust of the chamber setup,
You've got
playing patient
morale.
as well. Yeah, they seem to have a pretty good understanding of when to be patient.
So it's not gonna use to deny
We've seen
the
this
blind,
multiple
but
times now in these like
absolutely
3v2s, these kind of scenarios. Like they're not rushing
actually
things.
spotting it
They're not
from
like, oh, we
exactly
gotta
how these
get
two
a
players
kill.
are
Like
playing.
we gotta
Always
win
by
this now.
themselves, all the way up in elbow. They're pinging it right now, Doug.
You know, they're pretty patient here.
I think they're gonna ult elbow.
Yes,
Wow,
they
the
are.
ult is
Oh my
really.
goodness.
Well,
They're
but
gonna
there's
see-
The
there's
ult
a
is
little-
not
there's a little
quite
danger. She doesn't have
perfect.
to swing all the way out. Noya's still safe.
So
Oh
our
my
timing here is
goodness.
just off, right? Because we have this nade. So if we nade this as the ult's going in, this is a kill. Like this person's dead, right? They have to swing. So just like a,
There's a
and they
little-
probably
there's a
had
little
time to
danger. She doesn't have
communicate
swing
that
all
as
the way
well.
out.
They're
Noya's
like, hey,
still
the
safe.
ult only hits X,
Meanwhile,
Y.
Mel holding the dare from long. Wise 2-0, but she falls.
So this is
Still
this
hits the
is
shot.
if they lose this, this is pretty rough.
On the 2v2 now,
Yeah, they
there's
might
the
not
about
lose
to start about Noya by herself, trying to get them both and not able to
Okay,
get
nice. Could have been like very clean, bit of a mistake, but not bad. They're going double off here with a Viper roll. I like the trap in the back of the Viper roll.
Easy off this time.
I like that for sure.
They
kinda waste their Astral, to be honest.
For Starbound right now, so it's a
Although-
little deceiving, but Lori with the Guardian.
Folks
Taylor
sees
with the
nothing.
Judge.
That
I mean,
cosmic
you got this
divide
Viper, but you got the trap. I love having the trap in there as well.
suggests that they're trying to
Just helps
creep
your
up
Viper
towards
out a
that
lot.
short. It's interesting though because the pit was already down.
Yeah, I think Mel consistently uses her Cosmic Device.
Yeah.
Always, always, always. In this case, though, you've got to be worried with that Cosmic Divide. The Yoru could end up getting behind you.
Whoa. Let's check that out. Floor went through the telly, the drone, the fake went through the telly, and then she gate crashed back. They're gonna want to try to cause more pressure B.
Oh,
here.
they TP with the
Alexis is
Viper.
swinging a lot of pressure. Is gonna
What is
try
this
to
buy?
get
We've got
away,
2
and
judges.
cannot.
I mean, they love a
So
judge,
got real
which I kind of
sideways
like.
for V1 here. And it doesn't seem to be getting
This is
any
a
better.
bizarre round. 2 up, 2 judge buy, but it worked.
This is the story of the award-winning, chef-approved Always Pan that sold out over 30 times.
Wow.
We partnered with the best.
Okay.
Starbound looking for the last and finds it. 3.
It is funny
On the
though.
round for them as EG get to 5.
They know I'm old. Look, I'm getting
The fact
advertised
that money
pants.
wasn't great coming from EG.
God, I am
Not
getting
because of
old.
that, because it was a 1v1 at the end of that last one. Dangerous situation that the underdogs. Well, V1's been fantastic at bind with this Yoru so far in Series 3.
What an interesting start.
Oh, it sounded like a footstep was made. They should know. And if that wasn't enough, the flash confirms it.
A lot of people use. I
We're
mean,
waiting.
remember this skin?
Trailblazers are going to push them off for a little bit.
You know that's the
Trying to
most
figure out only
expensive
spotted
skin they
one
ever
there.
released. I don't think I see anyone
That's
use it
important
these
too.
days.
She hid the fact that there's a phantom.
At least
in
very
there.
rarely.
It's flat Casey with the ult.
Oh my
It's not
God.
gonna connect. It's not gonna
What's
connect.
the
But Mel's
decoy?
blind. Everyone is blind. They can't see it.
Hid the fact that there's a phantom in her hand.
Now Power Pixel came back.
It's flat Casey with the ult. Oh, it's not gonna connect. It's not gonna
What's
connect.
the
But Mel's
decoy?
blind.
What happened?
Casey with the
So,
ult. Oh, it's not gonna
oh,
connect.
Float
It's not gonna
TP'd onto the
connect.
site, gets a
Blind.
3-1.
Everyone is blind. They can't
But then
see a
dies.
thing. Power with the Guardian picking off floor. And they're gonna get out. Right into the op. Right into Starbound.
And the positioning is great again. Does get spotted, but she's gonna be able to tuck right back in. See that rendezvous
Whoa.
easily TP off, and now they're pinched in too. This pit to try to plant is very early, but so risky too.
Oh my God, what a
They're
weird
pinched.
round again.
Yeah, they
There's
are.
no way out.
And it's kind of their own doing. Alexis had flash too, just used.
This is tough though. Starbound's the closest to the pit, and they cannot walk
Oh my
into
gosh.
it because they have an op.
That's just one though. I mean, you have a Phantom and a Guardian too. Mind you, the Phantom's still in teleporter now, making
The
its way
pit's
out.
gonna drop.
And the pit's gone. She's left the pit. It's just Alexis and Sarah. That's gonna go down very soon. Noya falls anyway. Alexis left alone. 35 HP, a 1v3. Op. And And it's the shorty, no
Again, good
less,
patience.
power that gets him
Pretty
4 and
decently
another
played, I
round
would
for
say, by EG.
That situation a little early, in favor of
I think they have a pretty good
not a team right
understanding
now.
of like
Last time. Noah went for a molly like this to
that
keep
macro
these
in
players
general.
back, stuck. She did it all along and missed. This time, it's much easier to land that.
As I said, that one idea they had, not the best, but again,
They're
that's
so
good by
far
V1.
ahead. Force still manages to punish, gets 2. Dimensional.
Is there a better way of doing this?
It's much easier to land that.
So this is a hold they've struggled with a bit, but I would say that this is good by
Easier to land that.
V1.
But there's a deep set of things.
Thea maybe was a little late to react to
Force still
Flow the
manages to punish,
first time.
gets 2. Dimensional drift used. Trying to fart starbound. Trying to hunt. Tucks in the smoke.
Yeah, that's
Surprised that his plan
Tough
is,
to deal with.
especially with that bathroom control, because that's something that, I mean, you've already seen them kind of work towards deny.
Did I do pick'ems? No, I haven't done pick'ems yet. I'm gonna wait till I've actually watched all the
Alarm bells
teams.
should be going off.
As I said,
about forward to being
earlier on in the
we've seen it a
stream,
couple times.
there are 3 teams that I
This
know,
tournament. That's why
and
I'm
there's a couple
surprised they keep
teams
so
that,
far
and like
advanced.
there's 5 teams that I need to watch. EG are the first one we're watching.
Ends up being difficult. This
Probably
team
watch
is
like
really
one a day or something
Hey, borderline
for
impossible.
the next
Surely.
couple days.
Lori, you imagine. is
And
gonna
then I'll
try to
do a
save
couple
the alpha.
videos about
Yeah, you see her. She's out
like
there.
Yeah, especially with Mel up with that grab ball.
I'll probably do like 2 videos just like explaining what I think about the teams.
Floor went hunting a little bit. Got punished for it. Maybe Noe can do what Floor could not. No.
Okay.
Lori does well.
And then do a pick'ems as well, maybe.
Made the difference either way. Is that Molly again? Would expect again as well. Floor to really challenge up long with this trailblazer. There's everything. Doesn't get an eye into Hookah, but they might just end up. There's a star right now. Yeah, they're gonna execute smoke off Hookah and allow Noe
So again, they're going for this shower smoke. They end up pushing all the way up short,
really
which is
challenge
quite.
up long
So
with
this is what they did
trailblazer.
on pistol. And they've got 2 players in
There's
hookah.
everything. Doesn't get an eye into Hookah, but they might just end up. There's a star right now. Yeah, they're gonna execute smoke off Hookah and allow Noe to
Two
lurk on
of
it.
these are going to go into hookah, so that's not great for them.
Truly, they know the Seekers are wrapped around him. That flash is quite nice, but somehow Keensey still gets 2. Nice flash out from 4 off the turn. Lori
Oh
falls.
my God.
Keensey joins her.
So again, I think our reaction here is a little slow,
Off Hookah
but like
and allow eye into Hookah, but they might
when
just
these
end
seekers
up
come
with a
out
star
and you've
right
got like now you should already be like panicking, right? These 2 are in a lot of trouble. Like when these seekers come, because you know the 2 are gonna come in here, and I'm gonna guess that they already knew that this, someone was on the other side. So you have kind of a choice here of like, what do you want to do? I see they have this wall. It goes up a bit late. Like as soon as the seekers come out, like you want this wall up, right, to stop people from here being able to see you. And you have a choice. I mean, you could go out if you wanted to, right? Do you have a sky flash? You've got seekers yourself. I'm almost wondering, could they have seekers in this position, right? So you hear the opposition seekers coming out. You send out your own. You see how many are this way, and then you make a choice, right? Because if this is just 1, then you feel like, okay, yeah, let's just go this way. Now, because it's 2, maybe they don't, right? Maybe they do just try and hold in here, put their wall up, and just chill and try and live as long as they can and hope that these guys can come back here. But the way that this plays out, they're just a little slow, I think. Like when these seekers come out, they gotta know like we're in massive trouble.
Hookah and
Like
allow Noe
massive
to
trouble.
lurk on it.
Right? Like you gotta know.
Truly,
And a lot's
they know
going
the
on,
Seekers
but
are
like,
wrapped around him. That
can this wall go up?
To lurk on it. All right now, yeah, they're gonna execute.
Yeah, so this is green here. So this wall can go up now.
and
It should
allow
be
Noe
going
to
up now.
Lurk on it.
Right? This wall should be up. You can see it's green just there, the one on the windowsill.
That flash is quite nice, but
Like, it's too slow,
somehow
right?
Keensey still gets 2.
And I would say that these seekers are too slow as well.
Off the turn, Lori falls.
And obviously those
Keensey
kills are
joins her.
insane, but
1 bullet left. The reload, you imagine they're gonna try to stabilize and get away. Leaving Mel in a 1v2. The op is down. Faye
this
is
is
left
like,
alone.
especially when we got the 2 kills on the
Spike's still
flank,
not planted.
2 free ones
Time in abundance.
from our race coming
And
around.
options
Like,
aplenty.
this round could have been over.
A slow creep back.
So the reaction by the Rays was good,
Just
but the
to
Rays isn't
reset
playing for us
everything
anymore.
and set
Dave's
Thea.
gonna chase.
Yeah.
Never take a TP in a 1v1.
She can hear the plant. Waiting to see how far she gets. Mel not turning right there. Indicates she might.
Wait, what?
But she can hear the plant.
Yeah.
Waiting to hear As you can hear the plant.
What? Will I stream every day of Game Changer shots? I think I will.
She gets. Mel not turning right there indicates she might not have heard the TP. She did. Mel with a 30% win rate in clutches over Series 3.
Do I think Yoru is the optimal fifth man
Opportunity
now
to
on
pattern
bind?
that a little bit more
I
here.
think you'll have to
This was
ask
a
Teats
1v2.
because Teats. There's like 5 different most
with so
overpowered
much
agents on
one
bind,
smoke
apparently.
to her name.
No Bravo
So I don't
for
know.
Mel, so this is important.
Mel's going aggressive, trying to run, trying to spam. It's a dare, and Mel hits the shot.
So yeah, that's a tough. I never personally like
Wait.
taking a
He said
TP in this scenario
Plant.
because you just limit yourself. I think.
Waiting to see how far she
And
gets.
you have time.
Mel
And you have a stim beacon, so you can run through spawn.
not turning. Mel with
But in reality, is Yoru the
Mel, so
best
this is
fifth?
And Mel.
important.
I mean, he's definitely
It's just
good.
They're both in position. It's a good read from V1.
I wouldn't say it's the optimal, but it's good.
Ultimately ends up
I think
with
it's
a
Killjoy,
reset
obviously.
and plenty of options for Mel in that clutch. There's the TP flash again.
So again, they just haven't had a good answer
Way
for
more
this.
value this time.
It's
And
too clean.
maybe they haven't played against Yoru here, but like this has been a major struggle for them, right? It's holding on to this in general. On the other parts of the map, I don't think they've been that bad, but Shower has kind of weirdly been a big problem. Wow, look at that back wall.
Perhaps not clearing lamps. It's gone chaotic. It's gone silly.
Do you know the
we
UK
go.
landlord's nasty little secret?
What is
Well, have
it?
you got
Go on.
mouldy walls, infestation, leaking windows or pipes, or maybe a faulty boiler which your landlord is refusing to fix? Well, you know, it turns out that if you're a council or
I got bored.
They've lost the spike here.
And they likely have lost the round.
Yeah, I was looking at Mel.
need to
knowing, I was
know?
like, okay, this is still doable. Look at Mel. She's instantly sprinting to go for a deep lurk. To try to
I
at
wanted to
least
know.
find some space
Doc, I didn't know
for
you
Noya.
were a
Noya's
UK
speaking way
renter.
ahead, and she gets tagged too, so
We'll never know what it is. They shouldn't have made it so boring. That guy,
She stands with
not
death's
long
life.
enough for Mel.
I don't know. He's
Yeah.
got like
He's
substitute
still
teacher
on
vibes.
flank. It's tough, man. It's a long way to go. I get it.
Yeah,
My
Prime
sister
Noya
is
doesn't
actually,
know
and
what
she's
it
got
is.
mice.
She may have
That's
earned
tough.
it.
Too aware.
Yeah. Sound
It's
could
like
have
the
also
only play. Yeah.
Mel creep forward, Bori with the crosshair trained. It doesn't matter. Mel wins that out, drawing the attention,
Now I will never
potentially
know.
the ire of the op.
That sucks though. Kings just have the name.
Oh,
Op missed. Starbound feeling some of the pressure.
I mean,
Still numbers
time.
heavily in favor of
Right away.
VG. You've got to go fast here. 10 seconds left.
10 seconds
All
left.
on Denoya. 15 HP. And somehow the op shots continue to. I mean, just
Somebody run,
avoid
please.
Noya.
Somebody run.
Get away.
okay, they got there eventually, but
In the main event.
okay. Let's take a look at our
So
attack
not
side. So
too much
defense
footage
side
out
on
there for
bind.
everyone to study.
I could even write this down to be honest, just because I probably will forget in time. EG bind. I mean, who knows? Maybe EG won't go because their org will not exist. So fairly aggro. Decent setups. Good patience. Struggled in shower. Is there anything else? I've just ruined your sleep schedule for the next month. You'll be thinking about what the secret is. Well, unlucky, I guess. Usually, yeah, I know that
It's
EG
looking good.
don't have.
Ooh, this timing is insane. Oh, but the trip. Are you expecting both here, though?
Well, that is a very odd choice.
Ours.
You imagine, right?
What?
Bell falls. I'm
What?
expecting.
In the main event. So not too much
They
footage
go
out
for a
there for everyone
triple
to study.
walk up.
Oh, and it's looking good.
The wall comes up.
Ooh,
They
this
get to this
timing
point.
is
They
insane.
destroy the trip.
Oh,
Power Pixel's decision here makes no sense. They obviously get a little bit fortunate, you might even say, with this. The fact that they were able to walk up here. I cannot believe that. I don't know what this
oh, but the
decision
trip.
is.
Are you expecting?
Like, why? Like, you know that they're here. So why? I mean, it's your wall, yes. But they can walk through it. And you don't know that this person is here either. Like, wait for your team, surely, and just come back and pinch on these guys. And that ends up happening, but you have to win that first fight. And then eventually they kind of come and pinch on them.
Right?
What?
Bell falls. I'm expecting Sarah's going to join her.
And Flo TP's away.
The trip. Are you expecting both
Flo
here,
just
though?
like baits her entire team.
She's dead.
Sarah,
TP's out.
first target goes by. The second, Alexis.
Aggro. Just ridiculous.
That was
Sarah
a weird
was in
round
such
all
a tough
around.
spot. Now Kinsey's going to be the one to try to play spoiler. First target goes by. The second, Alexis. Worse for wear. 21 HP now.
Both Alexis and Noya get tagged down so hard, so time has.
Saw your video about Killjoy on Haven. There's a turret in front of the box in mid. I have to explain to me what exactly do you mean? The turret in front of the box in mid. Like this? Does that really solve your problem? I mean, I can always just like, if I need to, do the wall just like this. Like, we can forego this corner. This corner I don't think matters that much sometimes. It will other times. Like, it's nice if we can have it, but I don't think we need it. And also, even if I do keep the corner, does that even, like, guarantee, like, does this turret guarantee that it will see this? Also, it means that your Killjoy has to walk out here, right? If your Killjoy has to walk out here, what if I swing this with an op? Like, because this turret here, you like, when the one's on the box, you can just place it from, like, back here, right? No, you can put it from the lower box. What, so you have to run onto this? And then put it, like, probably here. I think the problem is for you there, like, are you sure, like, 100% of, like, all the time, that this will see someone if they do this, that this turret will react in time, that in fact if they push out at the start of the round with jet knives and walk up here and put up this wall, that this turret will be down because it doesn't activate for the first couple of seconds. So are you sure that, you know, no one can actually sneak past it? Look who it is. Everyone's favorite mod, or used to be, before he changed his name to Final Moment for some reason. But I will take the 10 gifted. Thank you very much, Mr. Final Moment 1. The pay-to-win mod. I mean, you have that problem without the Viper Wall as well, no? Yes, potentially, but people are probably less willing to do this if they feel like this isn't there. Even if it's just psychological. I think the fact that this is there, you know, makes this more likely. Because even, like, let's say the turret isn't here, but someone just swings this, right? They would see you without the wall. Nocco97804 as well with 6 months. Thank you both, and thank you very much, Martin. How kind of you. To hear the Pingu noise. What's up to you? You're on 17, Martin, so you're one off having your own Pingu. But to me, there's still, and even if you do this, right? Even if you're like, oh yeah, that was the good counter, well, okay. Nice counter. And now it doesn't. So it's just like we can always micro adjust what we're doing as well. If you're gonna micro adjust this, we're gonna micro adjust back, and you've still got the same problem. And honestly, there's more problems as well. In that video, there was even more stuff that I didn't even mention, to be honest. Like, is this turret that good when you have this wall here on C? Right, so obviously, normally, turret in here, right, sees this, sees if they walk out on C. Now, I would say that this is an overrated turret anyway, right? Like, sees if they walk in here, sees if they walk on C. Problem with this is, like, sees if they walk on C. Like, it's too late at that point. You've already lost the sight. So it's, like, fine, like, okay, yeah, you're playing, like, retake. That's cool, I guess. But it's not like the turret on Ascent in, like, B on, like, the little boat here. Like, this one's good. Right, because this turret will go off, like, if they're here, you haven't necessarily lost the sight. Right, someone might come up here, destroy this turret, and you could still possibly defend the site. Or if it sees them up here, obviously you've still got plenty of time to defend the site. So this one is like a true two-way turret where you haven't actually lost the site. Whereas the one on Haven, not that it's a bad turret, it is a good turret, but it's not like, I wouldn't say it's as good as the Ascent one. You know, yes, it watches 2 lanes, but it can also be spammed from here. Like, it's not amazing. And as I said, when you put this wall up, like, often you're going to want to know where the... So even, like, playing it with Viper, right? If we're expecting just more Viper in general, even for, like, synergy within your own team, you know, when this wall goes up, it doesn't see people here. So it's not going to go off for you. So whether that's you're guessing to put the wall up, or you're putting the wall up to help someone push mid, or you're putting the wall up to help defend garage, you know, it's now not going to see this because the wall's up, right? So there's even, like, anti-synergy things within our own team as well that's making Killjoy a little bit worse. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. And again, my point was not Killjoy is bad on Haven. It's that if we are expecting to see a lot more Viper, which I am, because again, any team who is not watching, like, Viper on Haven, the difference in, like, how much value you get from Viper versus not having Viper is so massive. Like, it comes up, like, every single round you will see a Viper do something and, like, that got good value. Every single round. There will be, like, that was not just, like, you know, oh, you got some value from it. No, you got good value. Pretty much every single round. So anyone who's not playing Viper, I think is truly trolling. You know what? You know what's funny? This might be Viper's best map. And that's not a joke. That's how crazy this is. So what's the alternative? Cypher or Chamber? Yeah, so this is what the video was about, right? It's not that Killjoy is bad. In a vacuum, Killjoy on this map is the best Sentinel right now. But with Viper, Cypher / Chamber would be better, right? Because again, against, you know, this kind of setup, as I said, if you're going to do, like, Killjoy setups where you've got, like, alarm bots and nanoswarms down here, and you're trying to do, like, chip damage, like, hope to get a kill setups, like, play Cypher. Play Cypher. Right? Put some kill trips on here, and like, if you're just going to do that to play, like, retake A or whatever, play Cypher. Right? He's going to be better at helping you get in onto the site as well with, like, cages and stuff. And you're potentially going to get kills from the trips. Right? So, or your other way of doing it is if you wanted to play Chamber, sure, you know, all of a sudden, like, if you put your TP here, like, this becomes maybe more of a thing that you're willing to do, right? Maybe you are more willing to push ahead of this Viper wall because you've got the TP there, right? So it makes more sense that you can guarantee get to safety, you know, from this. Because you have to remember, if their wall is up, you know, it's also protecting your chamber here, right? When anytime they've got this wall up, your chamber is also protected from, you know, if someone was coming up B because they can't see. So again, it's not that Viper is bad, it's just that this is something that I think Valorant teams, and especially because I think a lot of people came from CSGO, right? A lot of the minds in Valorant came from CS and how that game plays out. I don't think they've maybe I come from like you know, a game that I have a lot of experience in, or games, I guess, type of games, is card games, right? And in card games, like, you have the meta, and then you're constantly thinking about like what counters that, right? Like, that's the whole thing of card games, is you have like a meta deck that, you know, is like the most popular, and then the next most popular are ones that like specifically counter whatever that is. My point is that in Valorant, I think a lot of teams just go, that is the meta, I will just play that, rather than thinking, that's the meta, what's good against that? Right? So, like, this to me is like, oh, Killjoy is stronger than the other Sentinels, so therefore play Killjoy in Haven because she's good on Haven. But in my opinion, when you actually look at Haven and how it's playing out, like, Killjoys versus Viper comps aren't getting a lot of value. MTG or Hearthstone? I mostly played MTG, and then I actually played Legends of Runeterra, which is Riot's card game. But yeah, when you do that, like, that to me is something that Valorant teams aren't very good at, personally. And I think if they did ever introduce agent bans, you know, I think teams would get better at that aspect if agent bans did ever come into Valorant, because then you have to think about that a bit more, right? Like, what counters what, what's good against what. That kind of comes into it, I think, a bit more with agent bans. So teams would probably get better at that specific ability, but right now, I don't think they do. Kid in the Shadows. Happy birthday, Mr. TMV. Twitch has decided that it will not be getting your notifications for any of your streams. Unlucky, I guess. But yeah, agent bans probably are still quite a way away. You are correct. But if agent bans ever were in it, then in this particular skill, Valorant teams would probably get better. But yeah, my point with this video was just to point out that like a team comp is a whole thing, right? It's not just like each of these individual agents is good. And there are, and I might do a video about this, right? Like, other agents, like if we say, you know, like I said in the video, when the chamber meta existed, teams adapted to that. Okay, we need to find the chamber, and we need to be able to push that chamber off the angle. So let's play the agents, you know, that are good at doing that, right? So we saw a ton of initiators. Every map was double initiator to try and find chambers, remove chambers. It also helped that the initiators were pretty good. But, you know, that's what it was, right? Well, now, to me, it's like, well, this is the meta agent, right? This is what's meta. This is what's good. You know, so like Sky synergizes well with Viper. Very well with Viper. Very good. Right? So makes sense. But to me, it's like an agent that would make more sense in a lot of these team comps, if we're seeing a lot of Viper, is this guy. Both for and against. Makes a lot more sense, in my opinion, than probably like a Jet does. Right? If we're playing double controller, you know, Jet smokes become probably less relevant in general. I know obviously we're not often using them for just like to smoke something, but sometimes you will. But that becomes less of a thing, less of a need if you're playing double controller. Right? And maybe you don't even need a jet smoke to dash in. Particularly if you're playing like Harbor as well, you probably don't. Right? This guy makes more sense. Flash, good through walls. That makes sense, right? Also, what makes sense is, again, like kind of similar to Chamber, if I'm Yoru and I do have my TP set up somewhere, I can get past this wall and play more aggressive, right? It's like, the thing is, it's difficult for Jets to play aggressive past this. It's not easy, because when you come up here and you dash out, this is a very, very small door. So if you miss your shot and someone's like, your opponent is here and you dash and miss, which I have seen happen multiple times already, you will die. Right? Like you die. But Yoru wouldn't die, right? If you've got a TP set up somewhere, wherever it may be, you don't die. So this becomes more of a possibility, and the flash through the wall helps you get there as well. Elevated has been on big on this one as well. KO is better, right? What's KO's pick rate? Or like right now, it's probably not that high, right? It's probably in the 20 to 30 range. But KO probably should be seeing a lot more play, right? Like, this is another reason why Breach isn't good right now, particularly. Because a lot of his stuns, a lot of his flashes don't work against double controller. Right? The map gets sectioned up too much for Breach. To whereas utility doesn't end up providing a ton of value. Right? So but this is what I'm talking about, right? I don't think teams, unless it's like very obvious, like with Chamber, don't think teams are the best at like adapting to that. Anyway, rant over. Let's come back to this. Let's come back to our ads.
Has to be spent.
I have a lot of games to watch.
To heal back up, actually, Alexis not spending it.
And yeah, we are. I mean, to be fair, we are seeing more Yoru for sure than we have done in the past. So maybe some teams are figuring it out. That we are seeing like, oh yeah, there is more.
It's a little too deep. Keatsy's up close.
Job done.
Here we go.
Perfect. So we have a beautiful.
This one's the worst at. At least they're all skippable.
I mean, maybe a little bit misleading when you think about the chemistry that Power and Keansy have had together. They've been playing together for a long time.
Add 1 of 80? What's that?
Lori, new addition, Starbound,
Adge.
literally a week and a half ago.
That's great.
Mal challenging a little bit. And they've let Sarah tucked.
Okay, so second round, yeah. I mean, I won't waste your time with this one. They're going to win.
Pattern. One.
No real need to think about that one too
towards
much.
B. Alexis and Floor here with Noya not too far behind. That flash never came that they were expecting from Alexis.
I was kind of hoping that add one would count down to 79.
They're going to isolate Floor. That's the first
It would be
one down.
amazing if it went all the way. That'd be so
Lori
cool.
with the spam back, though. Leech takes down Lori, but she might fall.
Okay, so
They're gonna continue. That flash never came that they were
they
expecting
go for a
from
kind of
Alexis.
classic long play. Nothing like too crazy about this one.
Temple forward. They're going to isolate
Get the
Alexis.
kill on flow.
They're going to continue.
What happened
Flash
here?
never came that they were expecting from Alexis.
Who am I watching there? Oh, Starbound. I was like, why is... I thought this was a defender retreating when we see Starbound like running up there. They're playing anti-buff.
Temple forward. They're gonna
Waiting for the
isolate
flash.
Floor.
They
That's the first one
get
down.
close enough with the stingers.
Lori with the spam back, though.
I guess one back with spam.
Leech takes down Lori, but she
Wins
might
that fight.
Out the
Probably GG.
Brutal thing. 28 HP left for Noya.
I mean, they do an okay job, but yeah, tough.
Molly
Tough to enter the
stop.
side.
Smokes down, the Mollies are out. Noya just got 2. Absolutely. The third time now. Yeah, we're trying to set up somebody in here. There's actually a little bit more to it, but it's something we've seen before. Floor
They go for
It's
this little
literally something
bait out
EG
from
used.
B1.
in their own
Are they ready for it?
defensive half, right?
It's-
Fade out and make it look like there's nobody there, but there's an extra.
I mean, it's a good
I mean,
trade.
it's a similar idea to Mel jumping down and right-clicking, leaving Sarah inserted. Although this time it was Floor, you're right. Mel, tucked,
Ooh.
kill found.
It's a beautiful little movement from Mel to at least get one. Right, move herself into
Sexy Val as well.
What was
7.
that flash?
It's only been
Fortunate
6.
for Floor as Starbound
God, you're
just
late to
out
the
of
pie.
smoke at the right time to land the shot.
But thank you for the 6 months.
Nice innovative flash there, but
Yeah, it
not
was.
quite getting the value on exactly the corner that FCG players were.
Okay, so
a little
again,
deeper,
like
that
pretty
one
good discipline, dealt
so
with
hard to
it,
get.
fairly well. This kind of like trap
Gee,
setup, good
they're on
swing
the verge of
together.
winning this.
Yes, they are. And they just got a little
Starbound
bit
going
closer.
attacking up, which I like.
1v3 for Noya.
Good.
Another op shot found for Starbound.
You look at extra half with the
Well, we'll
local
go to
strike,
the end of the
razzle,
half.
those sorts
I
of
mean,
things
again, against an
can
eco here,
absolutely
see how they
solidify
deal with the
you
eco.
around
So
if you
it's
stack
pretty
the
slow,
front.
right? They're not going like...
So you're looking now. V1.
They're
I
tending
already
to
said that
wait
was
for
a must-win
B1,
anti-bonus,
see if
but
they want to
this
do
now
something,
becomes, because they
then like
lost that
kind of
one,
clear everything
even
else out.
more important. This eco, it's tough to win, but kind of have to pull something.
For the
out.
casters, it's Mr. Doug
They have
and
4
Mr.
shares
Bala
that they're gonna
TW.
attempt to pull this out with. See the dog going through the teleporter, inserting Floor, and then getting away.
Yeah, important info there. They did spot the op where
Right.
Starbound is playing, and they
Yeah.
also confirmed it's a deep default.
Dog creeping up a little bit.
So with that Trailblazer right here, they know for sure this isn't really going to be a hit. This is just them trying to feel out where the stack is.
Oh, this is brutal. Alexis and Noya. Can the tandem do it here? Noya
Against an
throws
eco,
the
this
shot
is
for
an
just
interesting
a little bit
choice,
too
but they
much.
make it work
And
well
Keansy, of
enough,
course,
although
it's
Flo gets
Keansy. Who
one.
else?
Floor's winning the fight in
They're
long
in
though.
trouble.
They're hunting. Keansy down. They're trying to get
Oh
them.
my
The
god.
satchel forward, and Sarah obliterates Keensey.
And the TP on the other side.
That's a
though,
nice
so
round
that
by
dash,
V1,
both
but again,
players
going into
recovering
hooker
weapons
against
here.
an eco,
Right in the nick of time,
you know,
Sarah and Mel.
it's always a
They're gonna
little.
set up their own pinch with the TPs too.
46 HP amongst both of them.
It is planted for lamps here as both the EG players retreat into fortified positions.
This is going to take heroics. This is going to take outrageous heroics for V1 to pull off.
Against the op. No.
Yeah. And the spike plan.
Oh
The
my
numbers
goodness.
advantage that they have. First one already falling. Sarah's gotten one. And Nate dealing a little bit of damage too. Power down to 63 HP. It's a tap onto one. Nothing
Sarah
to
made a
challenge.
step.
Nothing to dare. Oh, it was a step. You're right.
Oh,
That's a shot, and Power hits it first.
oh my god.
In this, but
Okay, so yeah, don't.
but look, I'm
Yeah,
talking
going
about
into
the
hooker
ults
is
in these
always a risk
situations.
against
Look at the
ecos, I
stuff
would
they
say.
have. These ones are already brutal. The secrets
Right.
right up.
I was also, what was I thinking about then midway through the round?
Flowing too. The hop and Starbounce has the tour de force.
I can't remember. It was a great thought. I would have shared it,
They've
but I
won
can't
4 out of
quite
the
remember
last
what
5
it
rounds,
was.
Now reaping the benefits of that success. See the deep flash out.
What was I thinking about that? Hold on, I've got to go back.
Down to 63. Off.
The mad dash. Both players recovering
What
weapons
was I
here.
thinking about here?
Right in the nick of time, Sarah and Mel. And they're going to set up their own pinch with the TPs too.
I honestly can't remember.
That they have.
The hop
But
and
I was like thinking, this is a good thought.
Now reaping the benefits of that success. See the deep flash out. Seems like there's going to be a fight out of Keensey on the swing behind the box floor.
Okay, so this time,
They've
the
won
aggression
4 out
from
of the last
V1,
5 rounds, now
which they've
reaping
been
the
ready
benefits
for
of
most
that
of the time.
6
Right, okay,
plays for this.
hear me
They've
out.
won 4 out of
This,
the last-
if you're wondering why I ever thought about Killjoy on Valorant, it's for this exact scenario, right? Where we've got 3 players holding. Right, we've got 3 players holding, and then you've got 2 together. This is literally what led me to, like, Killjoy on Bind. Not Killjoy on Valorant, but Killjoy on Bind. Is that if we could put a turret here, have it watch like this, and you put an alarm bot here, just have your Killjoy sitting here, you can have 4 players do this. This is where it all began. This was the thought that led me there. Because right here, they get punished for it, right? That, like, 2 players, 2v2, you know, with some util, if it hits you, you know, you're in trouble. I'm gonna guess they just lose this round, right? They get caught in the aggression.
that carpet at the back of sight right there. But Alexis, you till out, Alexis.
3 now. Alexis.
Co-op pizza
Oh.
just got more
What do we think?
irresistible.
Oh, this one I can't even skip. Co-op
Do you want to
pizza.
learn how to buy property with as little as £1?
Here we go.
Join me on a free webinar where I'll be showing you 13 different
Who are you?
strategies you can be using to get started
Who
now.
are you?
Click the link to register your spot. I'll see you there.
Who? Why would I care about you? What do you know?
A few free map and about.
You know, the level that EG is performing at right now. Keency vs. Floor was a head-to-head that everybody was excited for.
How much is
29
premium per
level.
month? I don't know.
Keency right now, 20 and 16 for Floor.
Didn't they just increase it?
Neck and neck.
Deep hit used for Noya right off the bat.
So they're forced
You
to an
talked about the
eco.
fact that they're still-
Hold on, let's take a look at this. So this,
Layers to their-
let's come back. Again, this is coming off a timeout, so let's see. What have we bought here? So you have actually bought for you, who has an alt anyway. So in my opinion, this is a buy, right? You can drop one. So let's just say you, actually you have the least amount of money, don't you? Let's say that we just drop here, right? So we're going to drop here. So we got 2 guns. We're already up to 2. You have enough to buy, right? So this is already 3 guns. You have a raise ult, therefore you can just buy a stinger anyway and just use your raise ult and hope to pick up a gun off the back of it, right? So that's fine. And then we've got one here who's got 3,000, so you can go Bulldog Lights full util. So we've got 3 guns, Bulldog Lights full util on Sky, which is fine because they're not going to be the first one in, and you got a Stinger raise ult, which is fine. So yeah, this is like 100% like must buy Like, what are we doing? 11-7, trying to let them back into the game. Don't love it.
Coming out right now, Keen Seavers.
Right off the bat, you talked about the fact that there's still layers to their economy. Starbound using the tour de force. Actually, it's saving a considerable amount of money here because you know they want to go forward, just like Keensey tried going there.
Yeah, that's a little confusing there.
What was that?
I think was up for so long.
Don't love that. I mean, again, we decided to eco.
That flick was pretty.
And let them just have free econ. Like, if we won this round, you know, we probably win the game right here.
Quickly turn something around. Floor on the flash. Push him off the angle. That's a great start.
Instead, we kind of let them back in.
For EG.
Econ, no issue for them. I mean, so this is my point, right? Like, this round, we go for the judge buy anyway. Like, we pretty much go for the same idea that we could have done last round anyway. I guess you're saving for an op, and you have gone for a lot of attacking ops. Just write that down. So maybe that's part of their thinking, but I don't know. I'd say buy. Especially off the
V1
timeout
not
as well.
much worse off. Sarah's still with the op too.
Flash, we won. They want to push this, but
Again, 3 would be
Flash
my
looks
kind of...
Or at least the possibility of one. But it never really comes to
So they
fruition.
push down BTP to
off
A.
the floor all the way to the other side too.
Flash out of Alexis into Hookah to confirm there's no presence there. Off this, you imagine they're going to start cheating towards A if they can. Seekers, Sarah, the first. Wow. Opts to go for the Seeker instead. Both showstoppers have been used, and the orbital strike too. One of them goes soaring into the sky, and Sarah can't find her target either.
Everything's missing. Pits down though.
Go for a
Is the plan
full
gonna
ult
get down?
round.
Sarah with the nade. Trying to dissuade, at least for a moment. Sorry about not connecting on the op shot, at least not on the intended target. As the room was blown to smithereens. Floor with the ult. This is the counter to the pit.
Spam.
It's stuff like this. Where's the spam? You can see the
She's
pings on the
dodging.
minimap.
Oh my goodness.
Thea takes some damage. And they're going to flip the map.
Take the TP.
And Alexis has
Alexis.
not moved. Wait, are they going to go back A? They very well may. Keensey falls.
And they knew that insert was there, especially now Alexis
Seekers, you
knows
gotta
the
run.
Seekers popped as well. It's confirming 3 players are still going to be here. Basically left with the exact same situation and 4 swaps to the judge even.
This time without the pit. The round thrown into disarray as Noya on the swing. There's the orb. The spam just a bit left. Op first judge. Who's the first to connect its floor? Of course it is.
Okay, tough there for EG.
This is the story
For God's
of the
sake.
award-winning
It's anytime I skip forward.
chef-approved always pan
What
that
the
sold
hell
out
just
over
happened?
30
I don't want a pan! I think it's adding to the
Or
stream though.
V1 start to even get back up for them.
Talked about how difficult it is to close, especially against a team like Version 1. The pedigree of success that's so deeply ingrained into their DNA. Chance at a ferocious comeback. Can EG stabilize? Not at the hands of Alexis. They can. It doesn't seem to be the case.
Oh. On the other side though, Power Pixel. They just got a Sheriff kill and they're continuing to lurk on him now. Oh my gosh!
Are they gonna win this eco?
Degree of success that's so deeply ingrained into their DNA. Chance at a ferocious comeback. Can EG stabilize? Not that's so deeply ingrained
I mean,
into
this
their
might
DNA.
be a buy, honestly. Is this a buy? Hold on. Did they eco again when they didn't need to? So you've got enough. 3-6. I don't know what utility you started with or not, but probably enough. You know, buy the orb. If you had a snake bite, that's fine. In fact, what did you start with? So this is 12. Okay, so you bought all utility. But yeah, this is still good enough, I'd say. You can buy. Yeah, you're just good to buy. You can buy. So yeah, we got like 4 guns and we're not buying again. So eco management, not my favorite.
Talked about how difficult it is to close, especially
That's
against
just
a team
me.
like Version 1.
I don't personally. I don't love.
Pedigree of success.
Now you're on
so
11, so
deeply
their
ingrained
econ
into
matters
their DNA.
less.
Chance at a
Right, when you're on 11, again, econ kind of changes when a team is on 11, but
of Alexis, they can. It doesn't seem to be the case.
Oh. On the other side though, Power Pixel.
still, I don't love it.
Sheriff kill and they're continuing to lurk on him now. Oh my gosh! Tell me.
Kill him, Mel. Come the other way. plant.
V1 does have a
And they
plan
might
here.
win.
They absolutely can and must go for this.
So it really just comes down to how you finish. Thea still with the stinger. Plenty of power behind the punch of EG right now. Starbound looking for the first. Challenge back, the snap onto Sarah's clean.
Yeah, great molly as well to segment that and also to put some doubt into it. Perfect position for Power Pixel.
It seemed like version 1 or were intent on this comeback.
That's straight.
It's over a longer period of time, you find somebody who hits that where it hurts the most, and there's potential there.
It's funny how many different lineups are off of that.
Look at this 3. Player push. Excellent aggression at just the right time from V1.
I love it. I absolutely love it, right? They've been really passive with that aggression. Most of the time they're stopping that carpet, right? They're stopping a layer ahead. This time that star gets pushed for the first time by Mel. They pop it as a smoke and they flash out through it.
Starbound, big moment here. The op, the shot does
V1
not
again, I would
land.
say they, as a team, I think their
Huge
weakness
playout from
is
Mel.
that they are a bit too aggressive in general, like that.
So difficult.
Pushing, like, oh, you've already got a kill, pushing all the way out shower into what you don't, like, you don't know what's there.
If they want to continue to put the op,
You know, like coming back into shower is a bit risky while you're pushing all the way into spawn.
That money's not going to be there anymore.
No. It's going to take some crazy allocating of resources, and it will be at a cost. Nice flash out from floor. Keensy's still better, though.
And they pushed that. They're going to go to B right now. They're going to find Noya alone. Noya, does she have any mollies? Yeah, 1. But she doesn't want to give up her position.
And she might not really have a choice here.
30 seconds.
She hears them.
You're in a lot of trouble.
Gifted with 1s.
What?
Connects on both. Not in 3.
They're trying to save the
3v1, no chance.
Yeah.
You've already seen them win 1 through.
Got caught out by the aggression that time. Okay, go for a bit of a faster play this round.
Again, note they've managed their
Again, we're
economy
back
in
on
such
an
a way
eco.
to
This one
where
probably makes more sense. They're just going to get destroyed.
Co-op pizza
Jesus
just got
Christ.
more
It
irresistible.
does look quite nice, though. But I don't want it.
Done. Perfect.
I'm
So
sick
we
of this guy.
have a beautiful 31.
So you're right. We'll keep it close.
You don't win the 1v3, right?
Noya out.
No.
Having the
Again, I didn't know that they had these.
him to have
I didn't know they
trust
had ads on this.
in the team, and he's
They
letting them
missed
run
their
the entire way
lineup.
through, which gives them such a huge advantage. If they can bring this
It's
to
not great.
They got to close out in this last round, though.
The final round is the hardest. A little bit of presence confirmed.
So it's
Sand,
mostly
Pit
slow
infested into
defaulting.
B-Long.
That's because they controlled it, got the orb too, so Noya. It's a more dynamic
That with
situation. You have to
aggression.
account for that they were 1 off the orb.
I would say okay.
Sarah with the op 2, the raise op has been so good. She's had it 1 round. Will it be the end of EG here in regulation? Not
First
quite
shot,
yet.
not connecting.
This is
Reposition out from
Valorant.
Sarah.
heritage.
Jose Man Jr. with the
4
16
years sub anniversary.
Small window to take some
months.
space.
4 years?
As you can tell, EG are just looking to like poke and prod a little bit.
I don't
see
know,
what
4
V1
months
setup is.
accumulated to a year.
It's a cool idea here. Hit out to kind of fake that they're coming through right now. Alexis is going to have
But I
to spend
apparently
her dog
say,
to go through the TP, see what's going on, and that's going to give
reinstall
Power a
Vivaldi?
great lurk.
Maybe I might
They've
have
actually
to
pushed
be
in the
honest.
pit.
Yeah,
So
as I
B-side is
told you,
open
like,
right now.
my Vivaldi
Alexis still has a
is
flash
just
to
broken. The
confirm
YouTube
what's
stuff
going
just
on, but they
broke
can't
my
really
Vivaldi.
push back too long right
Like,
now.
I just can't watch
Clean setup
any,
to
like,
suck the
even if
volley.
I
Everything
don't
there.
have
It's
any
possible.
extensions on it whatsoever, no iPod, no nothing, right?
Up in the hands of Sarah.
Oh my
targets.
god,
The first one on the
we
swing,
missed
Sarah
that.
somehow gets away.
This is spiking across the ass, 14 seconds.
I
They're
can't
gonna be able
watch
to
a
get the
YouTube
plant
video
down.
on
Look
it.
at
It just
Power
broke.
picks out.
They're still fighting. Oh, but she goes into ult mode. Floor's just going to ult and completely avoid the problem.
The funny part is this flank all of a sudden is kind of useless
God,
because
what?
they're all TPing with Floor's info, trying to bolster the players in that pit.
Floor, once
is
again,
going
the
on?
snap is clean
The
on
wall!
the Lori. The flash a little bit ahead of it, but it doesn't matter as Mel
The
gets
wall's
another.
perfect. The wall's perfect.
We lose that? That's a tough L.
Can they do it with a little bit more time? Borrow time, perhaps. Either way, the opportunity to do
So that's a
something
tough, I mean, I didn't love that we're...
Floor on the flash out. They want to go forward. Sarah satcheling backwards. Yeah, that's so clean, man. The move into consideration for the flash. It's also drilled. It's also cautious. Gotta be careful here. EG still have elbow control.
You have an execute like that coming out. Yeah, the elbow control is fine, but you allow them to get in post plan. We've seen multiple rounds where V1 have solid post plan ideas here. And look, they're even considering all the flanks as well for not giving up.
5v5 retake
Anything
on
that
B.
they've been punished for earlier. V1 has just kicked it up into
V1
gear.
very passive
Easy
though.
contact
Like,
out.
extremely
site.
passive.
Thea still has the smoke. Op in the hands of Starbound. Flashed initially. Gotta find value with that op, man. The first snap is clean on Keensey. Thea has gotten it to half. Thea's gonna
Well
hold
spent.
it. Hold off.
Molly's on.
Gotten halfway there. The op finds value. Floor by herself, and she
But
can't do it.
It went for this
Defused
very passive hold.
In
Too
the
passive for me.
5v5 retake and they pull it through.
Especially in a 5v5 on B. Like,
That off for Starbound not getting in.
they just walked themselves back behind all the smokes. They just gave up all their crossfires to just...
See that wall
I don't
down
understand
before
that
the
at
round
all.
has even started.
Yeah. It is a situation where the attack can kind of adapt.
My YouTube has no problems with Microsoft Edge. Well, Chris BL, you know why? It's probably because YouTube thought, well, no one used Microsoft Edge, so let's not even bother with that one.
Forgotten.
We won't even
They
show,
invest so much utility to clear out showers.
like,
Yeah.
any of
Look,
the
difference
AdBlock
here,
stuff.
Starbound
It'll just
not
be...
actually firing off on that decoy.
Yeah.
It'll just be pure...
V1 doesn't have the same information right now.
It's
it
just
kinda
you.
Feels like
It's just
they
you
might
on
be setting
Microsoft
up for
Edge.
a big hit. Instead, it is that default and power getting the same position. They want that eco in.
Hello. That's a lot of info. Alexis on the flash, patient, disciplined, not swinging out. Rewarded for
Our
it. The
Pixel
first
finds
kill comes
one
through,
there.
not
We
able to
end up
convert on
going
the
1 for
second.
1.
Manoy is here with the flash in her face. Has to reposition. Now the second.
So
You see the
V1, I
stars
would say,
dropping.
playing a little... I don't,
Somehow
like,
Manoy
these
is
last two
staying
rounds,
alive,
both been pretty
finding
passive.
a cheeky angle, but blinded by the wall. Couldn't see a thing. Rory swings out on the
But Flow might
punish
save
from
them.
backside.
They might just
Countering.
player quality
2v2.
themselves out of it. Oh my god.
Still with the up the flick from the floor once again.
She's
Outrageous.
safe. She's safe with it.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable.
This is the story of the award-winning, chef-approved always pan that sold
What
out
is
over
that
30
little
times.
thing?
Might be.
It's horrible.
I mean, after hitting a flick like that, I'd be feeling myself too. Unreal. Starbound still with the op. This time an aggressive angle on A short.
But also, we're looking at this. We've seen this set up multiple times. Keensey trying to set Starbound.
So,
down
I mean, yeah,
successfully.
not a great round by
But we're
V1,
looking
but
at
Flow just
Zuka
literally
despite
saves them.
Huge 2 players here. Noise still
EG again
loses.
go for that aggressive kind of
That time the
sell.
bait worked the opposite way.
Yeah, it did. There's the flash.
We're in trouble
Two
here, though.
tucked in here for Evil Geniuses.
smoke.
Can they stay alive?
Or
as they're
TP,
getting
that's good.
pitched in. Reinforcements arriving from Keensey and a kill found on the Mel.
Every time somebody's under pressure, there's just teammates.
So this
to back
time this
them
wall is
EG
up. Are
playing
they
this
ready
so
for
well.
this?
The spike is out of reach. Alexis has to go huge here, and she can't. They can't get to the spike. You got 2 players in teleport and 2 players in hookah. How does Sarah and Floor get out of this? I don't. Well, actually, it's Floor. So there's a shot at it.
Spike anyway.
On the ropes for the
They're holding the
third
door
time.
open.
Unless Floor pulls off a miracle.
What?
What?
I don't know. I don't know. I've stopped asking questions. Are you expecting to?
Okay.
'Cause,
I got it eventually.
But EG back on match point.
I mean, they've been here before. They've been here a lot. I lost count of how many rounds they had where they've had version 1 in this position. I think 6. 6
If
rounds
V1
that
do
they've
get
had
a
the
bit
opportunity to
aggressive
put
with
version
Flow.
1 away. They have not been able to succeed consistently running into a brick wall.
Yeah. And it's getting harder and harder to read V1 right now.
Yeah,
On
this is
both
where you see
sides.
Mel's experience come out, man.
Look at floor deep. Covering long and short right now. I don't even really think that they need Noya here anymore. And there's this double cover up close behind the one. They need Noya
Again,
here
too
anymore.
aggressive. So this
And there's
this to me is
double
that problem,
cover.
right? Like, we've got them where we want. Why? Like, you know that they're out here. You know, like, you know. You literally 100% know that they're out here. Why do we need... Like, what is our plan? Once we get into this smoke, what's our plan? Like, why did we need to push into it? Why did we go for this? This is like V1 are a great team. They have some great ideas. Their team play and util usage is pretty good, and their individuals like Flow are insane. To me, just the dial of passive versus aggressive, they seem to live in a world of like too far one way, and then they kind of like adjust by going too far the other way. Or like, and I remember thinking this about other games as well, but particularly in this one, I mean, oh my god.
Whoa!
Like, why did we need to do that when we know that they're going A? Like, why not just defend A with a very fast flank and 3 players? If not 4 players, right? We could have had 4 players on one side with a very fast flank.
Again to save the game.
We've seen this before.
Because they can't even really TP.
The problem here is every time they got starbound into a really nice position in lamps, it's been so hard to actually root out the post. But that's a start.
Hang on,
down
brother.
to 2v3.
Hang on, we're not done yet.
Oh my god, do they
Floor
lose
with
this?
1. A 2v2 now.
No, but it's
gonna
not.
be
It's not
floor.
amazing,
A
but
1v2 to keep the map alive.
it's good enough.
No other player you'd want in a situation like this. Every single corner considered. Every single angle checked. Tap is a threat, and it's
There
just...
you go. Is this just map 1? It is. Let's see the ads for map 2, shall we? Can't wait. Map 2 is Haven. What comps we got? We got Harbor Viper. God, it was very close, wasn't it, this? Here we go. Different ad. EXG. Don't even know what that is. I don't play golf. I hate golf.
Yeah.
Right, this shows that the algorithm doesn't know me that well. The algorithm doesn't know me that well. The algorithm is just going like mid-20s white guy likes sport. Golf? Question mark? Not a Tory. Definitely not a Tory.
This would be cramped. Are ready to face this Haven comp, and I think this.
No, I really don't enjoy golf. I just think it's just not that interesting or fun. It's just not for
Might
me.
actually be a curveball for version 1.
I mean, on their
Hey, we got a killjoy set up on A.
Look at like a fast exec here onto the C site.
Couple players here. And Keaty, hello.
And they're going to win because we didn't check that corner. Wow.
Almost finds a second, finally dashing away and finding solace. Estella from backside gets 2. The counter punch from V1 is good, though. Noya's left alone.
So yeah, just didn't... Again, I would say that this is another round that EG win more due to V1 than themselves.
Light armor, nothing but a classic.
Let's go Haven.
Looks to pull off an outrageous situation. And Noya can't. EG with another round, the pistol going their way.
This is the 3rd pistol in a row here.
Look at phone.
They were on fire yesterday. I hate to keep harping this up because...
Will I be able to leave by 7?
This is starting to get like a broken record. They're so
Hold on.
good.
Gotta go talk to Nick. Sorry. I'm seeing Australian Pink Floyd.
Also
They just left it playing to be honest.
Just on the other
We'll be
side.
discussing when we are
I
leaving.
think it's good. Almost reading that just right.
I'll need to hurry up a bit here,
Floor
but
punishing.
Ends up being the most
You're a
horrible
short king?
situations, too, to give up the Spectre.
I don't think most people would call me a short king.
I need to find the best.
These
way to
are
learn
this is
math
a
and
joke.
science.
We've watched one round.
It's brilliant.org.
You can see to recover a little bit, but at this point, there's so many threats that he just
Again, we got
quite
Killjoy
well.
set up A.
But the biggest one.
Is this a good
and the
setup
one
for
that
Killjoy?
actually
This is
No.
care about because the setup that they chose
Dominus
is that
327.
inside.
Thanks for the
back
clip.
to chess
You can
stream.
work up all the way towards there, but look at EG, right down. You want to really no way in, maybe.
They hear that.
Again, just
And another instance where someone goes on.
The point was planning it yesterday does give them a leg up here a little bit. Because now they know.
I think it's Harbor Viper in particular.
Goals are
This
for some of these
turret
guys,
I don't
especially
think is
outside.
great.
Harbor's a lot more dynamic, obviously. Because you get the two walls and the one that you could put at any place.
Why the fuck are we buying full shields and not 2 cascades? I'll need to kind of work on that.
And this is actually something that EG does fantastically on their attack side of the game as well. Inserting somebody here.
No challenge in window. That wall looks a little bit deeper.
Should I read chat more
than the
as
previous
well?
one. Both
Shut
in
up
the window
now.
and then towards B.
Yeah.
But again, no challenge.
Covers the link as well. And that's where you actually saw that pivot.
Imagine you pay for something to watch ads
think it was Sarah
when watching
trying to break
TME
up
streams
on
just for him to
B,
watch
but
ads on YouTube.
Kinsey
Look.
in the mid round.
I think the ads kind of add to it in a
Members of
way
AG
because
posted up A
it's
right now.
it's my ads. You know, so it's kind of like you get a bit of insight into what, you know,
So EG's pretty
the
comfortable about this
algorithm
situation.
thinks
They're
of
actually
me.
just watching window. And on this bonus, they're stacking. 3 players here, 30 seconds left. Very similar, but now with the guns, let's see what.
Can you explain why you like hate golf but like F1?
For V1 can
Well, I'm
do.
never gonna
All three. The
do
guns that they
F1,
have
am I?
are the ones posted up
So
on
again,
site
kind
right
of
now.
again,
Floor dashing
bit of a
forward, both
mistake
smokes
by
used
V1.
and the cove to find cover.
This is where again, Yoru. Imagine Yoru TP into that.
Patient with it.
Spikes down.
Beautiful timing from Floor, but can they recover? Can they reconsider? As Floor gets a second. 15 HP left.
The whole of the
A
site is.
desperate attempt to get the spike down as Alexis is only kept alive by the smoke. It does get
Oh, they got a bit lucky that V1.
Done.
I mean, they end up stacking the right
They
site.
had a monster game yesterday on Haven against Shopify. Another 20 bomb there.
So I'd say this time here on Haven, they're quite passive actually. You know, they aren't taking a ton of space. They aren't getting super aggressive a lot of the time. It's a better wall by Mel.
Difficult to actually find. Because of the harbor, the Viper. It's not like you can get over the high tide that comes out, right? You can't just get up on a box or anything like that to see over.
Literally a Black Mirror
Cascades
episode.
even worse.
Exactly.
True,
So much
kind
more
of.
pressure than the Omen.
But I mean,
A plethora of tools to deny vision.
I sometimes like to think, are ads any good?
So heavily dependent
So we're gonna re-explore down towards
on the
short.
aforementioned.
Don't
Sarah.
love it. Should die here.
Oh, 2 members
Okay, we
here,
go
and
one
there
for
it is,
one.
not
You
able
kill
to
the
land a
Viper,
shot
that's
onto the
okay.
second as Lori trades.
But now you're on trouble on A.
Much better for V1 than any of the prior rounds.
And again, it's quite passive this round. We do have an op on C as well.
Establishing some extra map control here.
Gonna
by
play
Sarah.
retake on A.
B. And take this A side.
We missed the harbor wall. We kind of punished them again. Mel's struggling with this harbor, it seems.
There, Doug.
Yeah, a little
And
bit
this is the
deep.
thing, like
Kinda
if you
the one we
can't
saw in
do it,
Garage
right? Like if
Window a couple
you're
rounds ago.
like,
Yeah, it kind of gives space.
you
for
need
them
to be able to hit
continue
that
beat,
wall.
but also kind of keeps them in there
Right.
in a sense.
What do they do from here? The spike has been planted.
Here's that flank, this insert that we were talking about.
Big from Alexis, but they're
Actually didn't
considering
see
it.
it.
No way. Alexis on the first. The snap.
So it's
onto
good
the second is
awareness?
clean.
But then just to both
We're
die.
looking to see is there any more value that they can find.
I saw the dink too. Nose King 2 was there. What a tough spell. Missed with that jump spot and didn't spot Alexis there. Because they turned around.
Right.
And then the second player was
Ash and flow.
with
So
an ult here out of Lori. Could be really
oh,
devastating.
4v4. They got into a 4v3, but then
Kinsey's
They had the
already
awareness,
taken
but
so
just not.
much space. The turret's
turret a bit deeper here from
Let's
V1.
cover both angles. It's interesting too because V1, I mean, they have such a different approach every single time it comes to these early rounds. If you're top that,
So willing to take risks on ecos for sure.
The thing is that they don't get a ton of space with
But
it.
in
It
their
might
buy
not
rounds,
matter.
not super
Going
aggro
into a stack, actually.
so far.
3 here.
Has the stun.
There's the fall line. Keatsy still has the blades. Lori, surely you can't own a situation like this.
Torsey with the prime, a new
One with
prime.
the
Thank you.
sheriff. Thinks
Oh my
Fonda
God,
will
what's
clean him
going
up,
on?
but that's a mess.
Have you ever shaved balls on camera?
What?
I'm shaving you, baby.
Wow.
Fancy.
Why is it on camera? What? Why? Who? Did they just ask that guy, have you ever shaved your balls on camera? Who the fuck is answering yet? What? Oh, yeah. Of course. What? I can't say I have. No?
That hurts.
Dominus has.
Absolutely.
Can't say I have on camera. On camera? No.
Needed that, as you saw in the final end of that.
Oh my god.
What was that snap?
You know what's crazy too is the position that GC went for.
I've gotten that ad. It gets weirder. Okay. Next, if that ad comes up again, I'll watch it all the way through.
I wonder if they completely pre-read what that was about to happen because they didn't even pop the dash.
I just want to make sure we see that again from Keatsy's POV if we can.
Oh, we will.
Pushing forward, a starbound tucking and logs, dropping in the spike. Flash out.
Okay, this was a fairly
This
nice
looks
round.
like a
Again,
very
they tried to
clean
get a
round
bit more
from B1.
proactive this
Thoroughly,
time.
But again,
The off
If you
was
guys
pretty good.
down.
So Starbound playing Killjoy, I mean, again, though, they might
Somebody
change their
clip it.
comps with a
True.
different player.
take a look at it.
But yeah, they go for this. So with the off, they're trying to get aggressive here.
Yeah. I mean, they get ahead of the cascade, and they take a different angle. You're right.
But against that wall, it's tough. Like, they're going to drone short.
It's so difficult, but still to be so confident from GC is crazy. Very few players would do what they're doing right there. And when this
Yeah,
wall
they do.
goes
They
down
drone
with the fuel,
short.
They actually have such a the drones going in. GC can get even.
But they
more
waste a
damage.
lot of time on A there.
Now, though,
Again, just
it's a tough
I mean,
spot
just
because
the
they did
mere
require the
existence of the
drone to
Vibe
go up
Wall
there.
causing them to use a whole
On the
drone.
B side because of it.
Noya's
time
covering the
combo.
flank too. It was a tap to get the Hunter's Fury out. It sounds
Oh
like.
my god, didn't see it.
Pivoting the garage, losing that fight
Map
is
watching.
everything right here. They're dogging. To
So
go
much
back
more
into garage,
proactive
now even pivoting
in
even
these,
further,
like,
going up in the window. With
afterwards.
respect, though, this is
Started off
dangerous.
pretty
Floyd
passive,
with
but they've
them.
been
EG with 3.
much more
That's
proactive
Not
since.
landing a shot on the first, and there it is. The spike hits the ground. His power picks up, finds just the right window and just the right timing. But a 2v2, floor weak, 52 HP, no armor. The spike being committed. Keatsy with the op.
Oh, they plan for
It's
spawn.
not. You're right. It's not planted for her at all. Spike ticking away.
And GC confirmed that is planted for backside there while she peeked out. So Lori is very well aware they can
Remaining.
That's the first one down. Noya, a 1v1.
Again,
and
they may be
Keatsy
searching
gets
for
the
answers
shot
when they
with
don't need to,
both.
but again, I don't
Finding
love.
so much value for EG.
Like, to me, it was a bit too obvious what they did there. Like, oh yeah, it's planning for CT. Oh, and you're both CT. Like, a bit too easy, a bit too obvious. Maybe they needed to go for a garage. Double reflank garage, maybe. Take a 2v1. Go from there.
This not ending up finding impact in the circle.
But there's definitely been more
Oftentimes because
aggro in these past
they're
couple
working
rounds.
so hard.
Although, yeah, I mean, this one we got
Coming
our
up with
omen up in
ideas.
B.
Here's a much more standard one.
So I think in general they've looked so far like a fairly proactive team. I don't love this though. I mean, that's crazy by the solo.
Lori's so dead. Dog. The reckoning.
Flash actually keeps her back. Wait, this ping is so
What?
Lori's still alive, and how does Lori get both? Noya and Floor
Okay, I would
fall.
say
Finally.
fortunate,
Lori meets her
perhaps.
demise. See the spam through. They've got the rolling thunder. That's a spike. Not planted.
Oh no, the aftershock too with the spam. Oh my
Okay, that was
goodness,
nice.
they just dodged the detain, but not the Odin.
So the plan is
This
fine.
is the story of the award-winning,
Right, this-
chef-approved.
What is that?
pan
What's that
sold out
part
over
of this
30
ad?
times.
Where it just like shows it falling multiple times. Who edited that? I can edit better than
Just
that.
hold outrageous play.
And I'm not known for my
EG to
editing.
get 3 rounds in a row and a 2-round lead over version 1. On a map that has been so highly touted as being
Why
their
do I
sweet
always have an
spot.
ascend ban around my cam?
Another clean shot from Keensey. The snap on the floor.
Floor down. Let's see what happens. There wasn't many options to really go for here, but it's a hero rifle for Noya. And Floor, I'm sure, had something as well. Maybe a Guardian purchased up.
This fault line setup, dude. Yeah, mollies. One of them was popped.
They're walking through this thing. They look like they're going to flash. They get that acceleration. And it's going to connect, but almost actually loses it.
Nice flash.
There too.
Easy now.
Nice reactive utility.
So they've pushed Keensey off the angle. They've established some control of B.
Even if they get the spike down here, they're getting breach ulted in post, so they're so scared.
You are known for your editing? I mean, I have started editing videos a bit more.
And there's no one around to pick it up.
Oh.
That was clean up from Sarah. Finding some value with the Sheriff.
Watched you for some weeks, months now,
Starting
never made the
feeling the
link. You've been a
pressure,
content creator for a sen.
A lot of version 1 members around them. Almost hitting what would have been an outrageous snap
I mean,
on
this
the
has
second
been a-
round transfer to the third.
They bought time, though, for the rest of their team.
This game in general has been a bit
Alexis with
more
another.
messy from both sides. Again,
Only one
V1
up now, 50 HP.
don't look great with
And
this.
only 43 bullets. Position given
be
away,
honest,
and the
but
spam out from Laurie gets EG there.
Please
6th.
review this. What is it?
Floor losing that fight immediately.
Okay, fine. Oh, it comes up still on. See, here you go. Here's my broken Vivaldi.
We need to talk about your balls. Are they smooth or covered in bits of annoying fluff? These are my balls. See how they glisten in the light? Your balls will be like these. But you gotta use the right tools for the job. This? No. This? No. This! If that's what you're into. Balls are delicate, sensitive, easy to damage. Someone's taken a chunk out of that one. That's why I use the Lawnmower 4.0. It's got skin-safe technology with a replaceable ceramic blade, so you can trim with confidence. It's got an LED light, so you can always see what you're doing. Lights, please! And what's more, it's got a wireless charging system and it's waterproof. You can even drop it in your pint. You wouldn't want to drink it, though.
See, but who's this for?
The Manscaped Lawnmower is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. That's over.
Who is this for, right? Because this seems like an advert that I would say, you know, 13-year-old boys would like. But surely their target audience isn't like 13 to 16-year-olds. Surely their target audience is like, 18 to like 35. Oh, I see. This is an added sound effect. I legit thought that it wasn't. I thought that this was just the ad. I just thought this was the ad. And honestly, I wasn't surprised. Like, I thought that was just the ad. I was like, I see. How? I don't know. I did think the audio was a bit odd. But, I mean, it's still a weird ad. Anyway, let's go back. Because I'm gonna have to end the stream at about 7. So in about 40 minutes, I'm gonna have to end the stream. So
Bigger gap here than we saw in Bind.
let's at least get all of EG done, or as much as I can. I don't play golf.
Fault line held. For power, yeah, getting Keensey onto a deep angle. As soon as that wall goes up, though, it's going to continue to be an issue.
I mean, we've seen Kinsey not really care about this wall at all.
Yeah, that's true.
In most of these situations. Think about the rounds that V1 has won, right? You usually you're getting like Alexis Gigalurk, you had Sarah deep down A. It feels like everything is rigged up so frequently. By the way, they didn't use the breach ult last round, so still hitting this B site.
Right.
It's still a tool.
Okay, so it's a nice little setup for them there.
The turret.
For some reason
a
this turret hasn't been
nuisance
destroyed.
56 HP, no armor. Keensy's taking so much space.
Plat's not down yet. They're still
They
waiting.
bait the tap.
All this util, the mollies, the aftershock, everything.
Thea has a paranoia. And there's the rolling thunder.
Ah, they're trying to get aggressive with it. Too aggressive.
But Noya, perfect position.
It's only one
perfect
person
timing.
pushing as well, so it's like...
I mean, that was a big tool that they had. Meanwhile, you've had to deal with the fact that Floor's been playing back on the entire time.
She's stuck here. Shock to take her down. They
Oh, they
broke the
destroyed
lockdown
it.
with the spam.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Seemed like they were trying to get her as well. That shock dart right at her lap.
And she's down to 9 now. That shock dart did hit damage. Done even further.
Spike's still not down, by the way. 15 seconds left.
I mean, ultimately, they will end up winning the war over the attrition, but...
Yeah. It's patient.
I'm saying the algorithm thinks you're Tori.
And it's successful
I mean,
for now.
yeah, maybe.
See the ping setup?
I mean, I live in an area that is Tory. I have never voted Tory and never will, but I do live in an area that is pretty heavy Tory.
Been there the entire
So,
time.
you know,
Flash to creep over
makes
just
sense.
a little bit. Mel on the snap at floor. Getting one before falling. Keensy with the up.
Starbound's in position to actually destroy Noya.
There it
Now
is.
it's
There's
just
the
a window.
first. Alexis, 73 HP on the swing. A 1v2. Time is short. Starbound
Okay, so
gets it.
again, decent round plans. I would say
There's no way. No way they should have won that.
fairly proactive,
There's just no way. 4v5 on that.
mostly.
Oh,
Yeah, they probably shouldn't have won that round. I mean, destroying the lockdown was cool.
working magic.
And then, again, V1 not looking amazing, to be honest.
Thought for a
Mel
second
just
there'd be
forgot to
some.
buy.
Keensy gets blades online.
How do you
Still
forget to
in
buy
the
the
end.
gun, though?
I mean, that
Like,
was
you
the-
buy shields,
No
but not the
2
gun? I would have thought, you know, normally it's the other way around.
Very little. Especially when the Otis
Yeah, the breach
plays.
ult wasn't a great...
Couple less bullets.
Like, they've had some... They have, like, ideas, right? They have, like, util ideas, but maybe not the best execution.
Went for this execute on A. At least this, even just this beginning strat, right, where you're
Is what I would
walking
say
up
so far.
along with the cascade. That sort
Like,
of
again, this is what I mean about... Is this Killjoy setup really giving you a lot? Like, is this Killjoy setup giving more than, like, Cypher setup would?
execute with
I would say no,
marketing
personally.
and then pitting.
We got a deep alarm bot and
They love
garage.
those tools at their disposal, so
We
it
got a
will
deep
have to
turret
be
that's only watching
full
one
hit.
lane. You got a narrow
Give
swarm
us a
which
guy
isn't
with
really
that
doing much.
trailblazing on the short. I don't think
Do you know
they
what I
have
mean?
glory and power. I mean, they're set up for this. They're reading it beautifully again.
It just seems like they're ahead of this so much. You've got the code that's intended to let him creep out, but again, the Odin just absolutely melts it.
30 seconds
Counter
left.
flash to buy some time. They're going to try to creep their way forward, a 1-for-1. Up still in hand is Keats. He's looking for another blades on. It's too many. 1-for-1. Counter flash to
So-
buy some time. They're going to try to creep their
You
way
gotta
forward,
push here.
1-for-1.
When they're coming in, you gotta...
Up still.
Like, if you're doing this, this is too slow. I mean, this is a player that's not gonna be there, so...
Another
maybe it
blades
doesn't
on.
matter,
It's
but-
too many targets.
After all
2v4
that,
should
out
be
the flash,
impossible.
the last one remaining.
Should be.
Piece of util that they could actually work with this on the retake. Instead, just Starbound peeking.
Remember, this was a 4v2. Molly's gonna buy some space. Not much. A little bit, though. And he's breaking. Starbound
They
on the
don't
swing,
win this.
snaps
No
another
way
one.
you
No
win
way.
this.
They're gonna pull off this 2v4. Noya left alone.
Oh my god, what?
No way! What have we just watched?
What?
This is ridiculous.
Close out the 11th round. 12th now on the table. You see the spam coming out from power.
Again, I would say that's more on
You heard the blades online from floor. Nothing but a stinger to go with
B1
it.
than them, right? Like, anytime you lose a
still in hands
4v2
for
like that,
Keatsy.
very settled 4v2 coming from normal angles, like... That's more on the other team, I would say, but it's still impressive.
Yep.
A lot earlier in this match.
They got a spam kill. I mean, this Odin.
Blades.
People need to do this more.
She's just sitting in the corner. Now the Odin's up. And here's the speed up. And the worst part about it is that Cove is going up for Floor to dive in, and it's not.
Yeah.
She's not alive. She's not in the play.
Yeah, the first map, I would say was more,
Well,
or what I've
attempted
seen
to
so
creep
far.
forward.
First map I would
Takes
say
a
was
little bit of
more,
damage and has to back on
like,
up.
pretty good
Remember,
play.
Reckoning in hand.
with, you know, some rounds of like unsure. This has been more
V1
not being good. But they come back in the second half, so their attack side mustn't be great.
Clean flick. Get to a 1v4. The flash.
But the first half, like,
I need to find the best way to learn math and science.
no, why would I? You're an adult, bro.
The pick
You're not a little kid.
showing us why.
Wow. Shock early. Floor taking the space, so. And they're just going to go scrappy. They want to go aggressive and they want to take these fights mid, and it seems to be paying off. Look at how far up Alexis and Floor are with Mel. Floor
What went
taking the
wrong
space.
here?
Wow.
Why did Sova come back?
Shock early. Floor taking the space, so. And they're just going to go scrappy. They want to go aggressive and they want
I
to
don't
take
fully understand that.
Post-plant situation, whether it's on defense or attack, has been a big issue here.
It's been sus. For sure.
3v5, we've seen 2v4s.
Alexis and Mel are both weak.
There's tools here, though. Alexis has a flash, have high tide mollies, everything. They can come out right now. I'm surprised they don't spring with the flash or with the spike going down right now.
There's the flash. Do they check hell? Ooh.
Trade.
1 for 1. Sarah on power.
Okay, so lose pistol to that push early on there.
Teensy.
A little weird.
Yep.
Second round, we won't bother. Unless they win, which they won't.
Like you just mentioned, but also like closing out maps like
Third
this.
round, they just destroy a long bot.
This one, D1 already, putting together some of the most important peak. See. Oh my goodness.
That is bold, bro. That is.
It's moments like these that compare herself when it's up dash on site. There's 3 players here.
Okay, how's their exit?
Sometimes it's not enough. They're gonna dash on site. There's 3 players here.
Whoa. Unsure.
Looking for some face, a flash in the face as they both
Struggle with the orb. No one else got onto site.
Where do you go
Didn't
from
look
here? Just
great.
gonna
Didn't
flip
look
the map?
like assertive. Still got this killjoy stuff here. They're gonna lose this round, aren't they?
No, you're still gonna have to deal with that. The paranoia out from Thea. Create a little bit of space, even though the spam coming through leaves Mel at nothing, 10 HP. She continues to push forward.
Wow, and Noya comes back the other way. So yeah, just a little unsure, a little
I haven't seen the op very much at all.
not assertive.
It's interesting too.
Think back though.
Yep.
To save up. V1 was
It's
doing
just an
quite a
eco, so
poking
unless
lead.
something crazy happens, I'm just gonna assume they lose. Just come for a
Teensy not
P8.
looking the right way, blindsided and clotheslined.
That's surprising that Lord just shot that dart.
Up close and personal, finding
Again,
value
just
with
the
the Sheriff's Mouse.
times of being aggressive and not. V1 just struggling with when or not to be aggressive. Like that is a big problem.
Spike down B.
They're converting this. Is it to 2v2? They has upgraded a weapon. That
could've
sharp
lost
shot
this
had
round.
to land. Jump spot.
What?
Do it with 30 HP. Spike picked up. Alexis jump spot.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Any difference? Realized that it wasn't going to be.
It's gonna buy so much time for Thea to reposition and play this the way.
You can make noise, TP back up to heaven, and all of a sudden things are really dangerous if you're not at least getting to half here for noise.
On the
She's
tap,
taking
you
time to
fake
make
ominal.
moves instead.
I mean, she has to.
Maybe not now.
Didn't even clear heaven, by the way, and she doesn't know there's no TPs here.
Paranoid, feeling the need to fill the void.
Wow, that's a big eco win. That's gonna end up winning them the game on that kind of just V1 again, just gifting them one. Just not enough patience. They want to win every round now. It feels like.
Keensy up close with the Vandal. The flash on the swing. Floor just ahead of it, just barely. Eating that flash. Flash! He leaves a crackle as another head is popped. Holy smokes.
Placing swarm grenade.
A little bit. And then shot.
Maybe we'll go through it at 1.25.
Looking for another. And the potential to deal even more damage.
Because
that's what we needed. Round.
I might not have time to watch all the maps.
Buzzing by the ear, head left ringing.
This is the story of the award-winning, chef-approved Always Pan that sold out over 30 times.
If it's sold out, then I can't get it. If it's that good, I would have heard about it. I don't need a pan.
Away to almost every single peak, it feels like from EG right now. I took her feet down on B though, and that's because Noya's got that deep push down C. I think she just took the C or defense.
You hear all of this. This is cleared, right?
What?
Nicely cleared.
She's
I think
running.
it's not moving.
She's running.
Rolling Thunder in hand, though, for power. Do you go aggressive with it? Do you push them back?
You have to consider with that lockdown, they might need to use that in the post here.
Oh, you're right.
The ult bam. She's going gone right now. This is going to be able to pop the turret and really pressure at this point.
She's got to be careful here.
Power is staying. She's going to get locked down to get this ult off.
There it is. Finally,
It's way too
reposition.
early.
Hey, got to the other side of Gong. There it is. Turret cleared. Noya feeling the pressure. No way. Now they know. Floor gets a second. Floor gets a third. Looking for the last one to power. Mel's just...
Why did they... Yeah, not a great ult.
Still back in the hands of Floor. Not a ton of money on the V1 side. Seeker's all mine for Alexis.
There's a tag there, Lord. Might end up.
I have the spike.
Yeah. Yep.
Oops. The eco right now. There's 2 guns still remaining because they did
Back
stay
on
alive
an
last
eco.
time. It isn't like they're forcing up or anything.
Back on an eco where
Yeah,
again
clearing out
we
the turret. See the
probably
pings on
come
the
by.
mini-map. The aftershock to clear it. Sarah
3.
almost
This one's
punished.
a bit more debatable.
Oh, yeah,
My
hold
favorite
on,
buy,
Raj, 4.
Sheriff Full
4
Shield.
funneling through.
Get a stinger.
And the tags push Noya back.
Floor's in a weird spot right here. Do they expect it? No. Not
That's
yet.
the first.
Split timing is a
tags
little
push Noya
off.
back.
Floor's in a weird spot right here. Do they expect it? No. Not
That's
yet.
the first. Blades online. Has to dash back. Surrounded. Not able to land it yet.
Man,
The
imagine if
final
we had a
connects.
stinger.
Looking for more as Noya gets 2. And it's a...
Heat up at V1 showing exactly why. No lead.
So yeah, like timing's
Is
not
at this point. Floor again with the op. Keenzy with the knife.
timing off.
Full buy.
They're going fast about it. Confident, looking to take space. Flash to set Keenzy up, take a little peek. Nothing found. They take a step back.
They've run this strat before. Set Keenzy up deep in garage. Yep. V1 is
Wasn't
so
TMV's built it
aware.
like 25 times
Their
already?
fire tendencies.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
might
it
be
was
running
it's
status
happened
power.
exactly
It
20
just stays a little
well,
longer.
5 times before yesterday.
Weak smell.
They're going to rotate back into this op.
And that was the
Do they have
26th.
anything to clear at the drone?
They're droning.
So they got the
Floor
kill.
can tuck against this. This isn't the end of the world. She can absolutely
It's
just
not
tuck
going
and
to
get back
yeah,
on the
you're right.
angle.
It's not going to go far enough.
The
Keenzy
updraft
just took a
two
lot
trying
of
to
high
clear.
ground.
We're seeing like
Crazy.
old school.
They did end when I watched the strat. They ended towards A. It's the power of that jet op.
Don't push you off A.
Just narrowly. Missing onto Sarah. There's Keenzy dash forward again, 26 HP. And they're just running wide around each other. Alexis gets onto
Again,
Sarah. There's
struggle to exec onto the site. So again, we
Narrowly.
dart.
Missing onto Sarah. There's Keenzy
Doesn't
dash
catch
forward,
anyone.
26 HP. And they're just running wide around each other. Alexis
Breach
gets
flash
three.
does nothing.
That was filth.
But then
Floor, a 1v1.
it's good enough.
Be on the flank here. You
Op
never
in
know.
hand. It's gonna have to be snappy if it connects. She's not aggressive with it. Thought she was gonna hit the shot and power.
Well, funny.
Right around each other.
How did they
Missing
even
onto
get
Sarah,
into
there's
this?
Keenzy
Because
dash
they
forward again, 26 HP.
lose the first 2.
Running
I
wide
guess they
around
just
each other.
run together. Our snake
Missing onto
bite
Sarah,
was.
there's Keenzy dash forward
What's
again,
this
26
snake bite
HP.
here? Did it hit off someone from Sarah? Like, just, I don't even know.
Keenzy
Like,
might
none
end
of
up
these attack
passing
rounds
on
have been
short to try to punish
great.
everybody playing. And
Let's
that's
be
it,
real. Like,
which is coming down. There's no follow-up, though. The Dark does not tag Sarah. That's the thing that they were trying to do. What a good call from EG. Execution, not the pit down on the though, with the drone.
Onto power.
Something like that could really hurt.
Top
running
shot,
into
connecting from
long
floor.
against this Viper's
Onto
pit.
power. The floor goes to double dip.
Is this the final follow-up?
It's not great.
The Sea Orb hitting Barrage, having a really strong post plan with the lockdown in the middle of it. Mel. Oh yeah, they're sticking by though.
Mel creating a little bit of cover for herself. Shot gonna hurt, and the spam hurts even more. Noy from backside dealing with both
It's a little
targets.
squeak by
It's a little
ball.
bit labored. One ultimately falls.
Are they gonna win this?
Spike planted.
Sarah's gonna have to 1v2 this to keep this thing up.
Man, it's so tough to get by though.
So what happened?
Mel creating a little bit of cover for herself.
So one just gets
Oh, yeah, they're
spammed.
sticking by though.
That's Alexis die from garage. So they
Mel creating a little
sneak
bit of
one
cover
through
for
garage.
herself.
They don't
Shot gonna
realize.
hurt, and the spam hurts even more. Noy from backside
Fire
dealing
ends
with
up in
both
a
targets.
bad
It's a little
spot.
bit
We end up in a
labored. One ultimately
2v2.
falls.
Flow again, just
Sarah's gonna have to 1v2.
not patient.
Utility
Again, it's
right.
not great by V1. Here we go. I don't play golf. How many times? I don't need a pan and I don't play golf.
Standing ahead.
What obviously completely not backing down. The fact that this map is close, the fact that we went into OT on bind shows
Oh,
you.
they've crept up. And David's ready. What? That's just so well considered by Floor.
She's insane, man. She's insane, and even that, it doesn't.
So the push-up C. So again, here's our Killjoy problem, right?
Map is close, the fact
These
that we went
days
into
that we have to have someone watching it. You know, if we do double push-up here, you die. Normally this would just be an alarm bot here. But we put our alarm bot in mid because they could walk up. You know, I'm not even sure with their Viper wall, to be honest, that they could, but...
OT on bind shows
Oh,
you.
they crept up. And David's ready. What?
Maybe I will if I see the ads enough times. No, it makes me less likely to get
It
them.
hasn't been enough. They're down 4.
Alexis deep on short right now. That could be the, especially if Noah falls, to make the entire difference.
Unoya was flashed twice. Somehow still. I mean, it hasn't.
So again, their exec here. The thing is,
Short right now. That could be the, especially if Noah falls, to make the entire difference.
Unoya was flashed twice. Somehow still gets a kill. 4 with 3 on the round. The Guardian still in hand.
again, they're not the first team to struggle against that, but
So you're right though. All those in combination with their own lockdown, the breach, all those sorts of things. Talking about it again. That could end the game right there. E1 need to make these rounds clean. They need to honestly the prediction for this series.
so again they go for an
Cycle
eco.
is going to be very strong for
We got
EG,
1, 2,
which makes every round leading up to when those ults get spended so dangerous.
3.
Because and you've seen how these two teams react when there are big ult
3 that
combinations
come
available,
by.
right? You've seen so many counters from both sides.
Maybe
Behind
4.
The ults constantly. This one, EG trying to dash counter the Viper spit, which means your plans are so much weaker against everything else when it's not using these ults.
Flash as Keensey pushes forward. Makes a step right back, but that's enough to draw some
That's a lot of
rotation and get the
rotation.
reckoning.
Whoa! And they're using the ults exactly the opposite of what I think.
What?
They're using the lockdown on A. This is actually kind of nice. They can't pivot towards that A site. The mollies are still up.
Yeah, but they're rotating back.
They're rotating back. This is bad.
It's nice and it was bad, and it was nice and it was bad again.
It might be disastrous at the end of the day. Even if they lose this.
13 seconds left. Mel once again cleared from the same spot. It was blinded from Keensey.
I mean, V1 win this, but what the hell are they doing?
Oh, don't. So it's not. I is kind of crap. Thankfully, they've got those knives up for Flora. She can get the op up. So it's not as bad as I'm thinking. But you've got 4 ults on the other side to deal with.
Big ones, no less. Significant ones. Aftershock to attempt to clear the turret that's not there. It's actually posted up outside garage right now. Excuse me, further into garage.
Playing that forward setup, actually, that's great because it counters any A ult that can come down with the lockdown. And it also actually might get out a bunch of wasted ults from EG where there's no value on the B side, on the C side, because they're playing full retake for them. At this point, though, with these advanced positions from the Nexus and Sarah, that starts to be dangerous. There's the clear.
Wow. And then pop Seekers instantly. They'll try to push him back in. Meanwhile, Op separated from all this is instantly. They'll try to push him back in.
Well, timing again, not great, right? This flash goes
They'll try to push him back in.
now, but now we dash, and our drone's not really there either. Like, as I said, sometimes the timing it just isn't quite there on this map. On Bind it wasn't that bad, but on this map, it's not great. For whatever reason.
What is the setup here? Floor gets across.
Or it needs to use her soul.
Fast B exec last round.
At the beginning. Keensey dashing forward. There's the Rolling Thunder. The Paranoia to the right. The Rolling Thunder to the left. The path paved.
They're set up to receive
Sentinels actually win. I'll give
Starbound
300
and
subs
Lori
to
up close.
TMV.
Well,
Will actually win what?
Just a little wide.
They've got such a good cross, though.
Lori takes a further step back. It's in play. Plays down. Op down. Lori with the second. Are you expecting the third? No. Meanwhile, Starbound was looking the wrong way.
It's a weird round to call when you got a
Sarah's
killjoy
so
like
deep
that.
in right now. As the spot continues to tick away, Keensey's in a really nice spot. 3v2. What else can they find? Keensey with the blade. Sarah on the trade. Can Sarah pull this off? Didn't get it to half. This just got so much more difficult. I don't think they can pull this off. No!
Africa TV opening match. Can I write down that username?
That they were previously
What was
undefeated
it?
on, but they find themselves down 0-2.
Aisling
in the grand finals
SR.
At the hands of EG.
Ailing?
What on earth is happening?
This is great.
Ailing
this is
SR
not what I was expecting
300 gift.
All the more
If Sen
interesting.
win.
The one team with the 2 players who have never lost a game.
Okay, so Haven there, my thoughts. Defensive side, they started pretty passive, but then got more proactive as it went. I think had more success when they did. They do have some util ideas of how to use it. Sometimes the execution wasn't great. I feel like that was more V1 making mistakes and capitalizing of it than them being like, you know, causing V1 problems. And then attack, we saw multiple times their timing being off, some of their round plans questionable, I thought. Like in that last one, to be honest. You know, we got Killjoy ult. Last round, we got Killjoy ult. And we just put our Killjoy in a spot where you're never going to use that ult. It's just a bit weird. Okay, so Lotus last one. Oh no, second to last one. This is the map they lose. See what's our ad?
Pizza
Co-op.
just got more irresistible.
Co-op ad.
We finally succeeded in
Oh, and the
turning
crown.
this house upside down.
It's Princess Diana. She dies at some point. Spoiler alert. She's gonna die
in North America.
at some point.
Which of course has never happened to me because they're kind of.
If you didn't know. Also, the Queen's gonna die at some point. In that show. Spoiler. What are my thoughts on Princess Diana? Well, she died before I was alive, so I don't know. She seemed like an okay woman, you know, not fine. You know. Check pin. Get watch party rights for Africa TV. Not easy. Does TMV even apply? TMV hasn't applied. But TMV will. When am I going to be on Plat Chat? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. At some point.
Mirroring each other in terms of the comps. You heard Potter talk about it. This has been the flavor of the month. Fnatic usually runs.
T2 is ahead of everything.
Fnatic usually runs. Potter talked about it. This has been the flavor of the month. Fnatic usually runs.
T2 is ahead of everything.
Why do we have a Viper Orb here if
T2 is ahead of
I don't get this set up, to be honest? We got a triple stack here with Viper, but our Viper Orb is up there. Why not put your Omen over here and flash out with it? Again, just like 2021, like, you know, one bit of util, one person swing, hope to kill people. Like, it's not gonna work.
Sarah's pushing them so far back.
You see teams that are really excellent on Lotus. That's one of the things I've noticed. That's a trend is
You want
they
to do
just
a beat split?
min-max, they farm every orb they can before they decide where they want to go and just find so much value out of that. That Satchel hurts. What a 1-2 combo. Man, that sucks.
That's crazy.
Spike down.
Satchel boosted them up.
Yeah.
Spike falling here gives a lot more time for these two players of EG to work.
Okay. Second round we'll skip again. Although let's first see. Oh, bro, I need to learn science. Whoa. Terrible ad.
What's up? I think I give them the advantage over EG in that specific regard. And if it's a key factor, what makes V1
I'm also
good at
quiet
this
on this
map,
one.
then you know for sure it's going to be active here. They do get it up. They're ready to hit it.
Viper Orb might be for the race to escape, but you're better off just having an Omen Flash there. Or 4 stacking it.
Right into the teeth of the Killjoy utility. You've got the 2 nanos and the turret looking over the top. And if that wasn't enough,
EG's reading it.
you have 2 members here as well.
Why have we not put that down at the
EG
start?
is reading it, though. You've already pulled over Quincy a little bit.
It's there just in time, but
Aggressive. There's the ult. Connects on
Flash
the
on
star
V1, good entry. Not playing around the ult, maybe.
Odin span here is perfect. Exactly what we saw.
See, this is something that they were pretty good at a lot of the time, is this kind of patience, not doing that, right? We've seen a big difference between the two teams, I think, in that spot. Like, one person just swinging it on their own when they don't need to. Laurie is in a 3v5, so it's more acceptable, I guess. But, and maybe, I mean, you could say the first one's in a 4v5, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but
Tokyo.
now you've lost.
We're qualifying for playoffs, excuse me.
Yeah, anything.
Do I think EG are going to get booted? No, I don't think they'll get booted. I think they'll just stop being an AWP. And again, I don't have information on their financials, but, you know, it's kind of what it seems like.
Marshall for Starbrown.
Planted.
To secure Mel getting the spike down. 3-player flank from EG. The turret's going to cause some problem. Unless they're ahead of it. Well, were. Oh, that flash, the nade, the parent, all of it.
They're getting pinched now.
Yeah, they are. And they're stuck.
The hell is
Can they
going
find
on?
their way out? Vulnerable. Does a kill lands?
What are V1
Pop
doing?
this thing open.
Oh, the wall
Just
just
2
went up.
rifles left.
It just delayed for a little bit, but the dog as well. Can they get on the spike? They need to.
have to do it quickly. What a shot from Keith.
I mean, they
Floor
win some of
can't
these
deny
eco,
it.
so
Is this spam possible? There is a spam available to Floor.
I don't think so.
And you can spam through that wall. That's what I'm talking about. For that plant would be ridiculous, but no way.
How many times do you say version 1 and thrifty rounds and issue there?
I mean, what are we doing? B1. That's right. When do we see them?
Really similar, doesn't it? 2 weeks this team together.
Yep.
Timing is maybe unfortunate there.
Marshall for Starbound, a Procure Melga.
Our Killjoy comes back and
Unless
dies.
they're ahead of it. Well,
Why are we out here fighting them?
oh, that flash, the nade.
Go onto site. Go onto site. Go onto site. Go onto site. Oh, we saw one out here as well. Go onto site. Go onto site. Why are you in here?
You know, V1 are supposed to
Make them
just
take the
started
site.
Momentum, the streak going forward after winning that bonus, and now here they are, still facing that loading, facing a bank from EG now, facing a bolstered EG after losing a few.
Sarah's ahead of this, and Thea has no idea.
Oh, that's a big mistake from Thea there.
Yes, it is.
That's the greatness of that wall from Sarah. You can creep out mound. You can creep so many different places and scale so effectively, and she's doing it again indoor.
He waiting on the other side of the wall to swing as Sarah gets another.
But EG here.
Facing a bank from EG now, facing a bolstered EG after losing a few.
Sarah's ahead of this, and Thea has no idea.
Just
Side of the wall to swing as Sarah Alexis. What do they even have?
this round was over before it began.
Floor is on an outrageous flank, by the way.
Yeah, that's a reflank too.
I mean, the timing, if it works out, the problem is the version 1
Again, very passive post plants, but
It's fine. Streak for V1 so important.
this map it looks like they don't have the setups. It's what I would say.
Cosmic Divide.
Map 1 was it's pretty good. Map 2 I would say they had ideas, but the execution maybe wasn't always the best. So far in this one it looks like
Threatened so many different areas.
maybe even the ideas aren't really there in this one necessarily.
We've got one player on C just spotting, knowing, listening.
Or the understanding of their ideas, I guess.
Divide kind of wasted in this instance. It does make you a little scared about what's going on elsewhere.
Playing retake C with no big ults. Don't love
this
it.
is great. It actually just pulls off all the rotates so that nobody's denying this rotate for Noya.
Flash over the top was nice to confirm things. We're gonna have to wait out this lockdown though. I say that, the word is pushing forward. Hello. 1 for 1.
1 for 1, but that's a Sky.
I'm glad that happened because I was been successful in these close situations.
Again,
on the
very
flank,
passive. I mean,
Walcott
this one
shot,
isn't
the
the worst
turret
one to
is
be
2.
passive though.
Doors open though, and that's a pinch that becomes a lot more difficult. They smoke it. That gives room for Thea to play actually right now. Which
Floor's
is good.
gone aggressive. Another tap at the door.
It's actually okay here because they have so much presence, but if it was only 2 players playing post here, it would be very dangerous to give Thea the space.
You gotta be careful here too, because while all this attention is being drawn towards Thea and towards Power for a little while now, time
It
is
took too long to clear the site. They just didn't know what to do.
would just
So we were playing retake C, and then in our C retake, we didn't know how to retake
I
C.
would not be surprised if Division 1 as dominant on this map without having to show it. It's our unit.
2 at EG can cook up. You got Thea, who's very close with the judge. You can slip the
Now Alexis is
she holds
Oh, this
though.
map's boring.
Up another orb.
all the only aggression coming out from EG.
See, because
has
all
been
come
towards the
towards
side.
C.
Guess what happened to that? Got punished.
Yep.
Got punished. So
There it is.
you're starting to see an EG that's a little bit more defensive, and you're starting to see V1 recognize that and really ramp up. The
Again, I don't know why when the Seekers come out and all go towards C, you'd open the door and let them know, like, hey, someone's still here, though. Make sure you stay.
Oh, yeah. She have a judge? No, it's a Vandal now. And she pushes forward. No,
Like, if you aren't going to exit C at that point.
They pass right by each other, and Keen's
Again, this is more of like a...
too long.
It's...
Should be quite nice. At least deny something from V1 earlier on in the round.
Nice one way. Do they not like at any point? Does anyone like VOD review this game and go like that doesn't make any sense?
Starbound 1 point away.
Like, did anyone ever think about that? Is it seriously just me? Aradella with 8 months.
Hello.
Thank you.
As long as possible to do as much damage.
Like,
as
is that just me? Am I missing something?
That was clean.
Not just doing
They lose a kill to just the spam.
As well. A classic here from B1, pitting to try to pressure out. But this is actually something that it was AG who did this on
Thea. Thea, where are you headed?
It was AG who did this on
Thea. Thea, where are you headed?
So this is good by B1. They put the vibe spell on B. They bait them into thinking it's a B hit. They come back to A.
When the spike is going down outside of B right now. And from EG, you saw that in the final round of that map. That was what happened.
I mean, they're not the first team to struggle on lowest defense, but
Starbound on the tap.
for a team that's like been fairly proactive in the other, B1's post plants are a massive problem.
2v2.
They gotta realize like
Start to see a lot of that
you don't have to let them like just walk back in.
Is there a tap on it? No, it's a little late.
And this is a map where you can get away with it somewhat more than other maps, but still, it's not great.
Rory looking 2 marshals. Well, that's one of them down. 2 rifles with it too. His floor satchels forward, clears out the turret, looks for the swing, drops it just the wrong time.
Same position too. Can Mel get out? Yes.
Okay.
Why is it that some students get A stars and others get C's and D's? So the difference is
right, here's you know what the problem with this is?
How?
One, why am I getting advertised that? Why would I ever get advertised that? How old do you think I am? Yeah, why do some students get A stars and some students get D's? Well, maybe because they fucking try harder and they're smarter. And they care more. What the fuck do you mean? But one, why are you advertising that to me? I'm like the last person who should get that ad. I don't have kids. And even if I did, they wouldn't be of age to be taking GCSEs. Yeah, maybe they think I'm a dad. Okay. But my kids would not be like, you wouldn't care if your 3-year-old, oh, he's getting C's and D's in school. Like, he's not taken. Yeah, and I think that was for A level. Because this is the thing, in GCSEs now, it's not even A star or D or B or C. It's now a numbers. What was my GPA? Guess what, kid? We don't have a fucking GPA in Britain. What the fuck is a GPA?
Manage both within 2 rounds, the smallest margins possible.
What's an A star? An A star is like better than an A.
And you can see now too, B1 not able to punish the pit, but they're also not super concerned because they're happy to
don't need to be so pissy.
They've got enough information
Shut
that they know they're not pressuring A, and we can creep up on that. Normally,
yeah, an A star is like the best you can do. So again, it's like very so you know, I'm just gonna put passive.
Everything.
Do passive.
Starbound's even gonna have to fall back and maybe play her ult.
I mean, they're playing it here with the Killjoy lockdown.
Pixel is ahead of this, but I mean,
that's too early though.
There's no alarm bot or anything. Oh, there it is.
It just gets destroyed anyway. So a whole round plan again. Like, we're not playing around their ult.
It's very rare we see
We're using our ult, I would say, far too early there.
Yeah.
We're so passive on the site that they don't need to use that ult to take the site. And even if it was just a raised nade in this patch, it gets destroyed.
Okay, this is the version 1 that
that's a crazy kill by Sarah.
Kind of known and expected all year.
I mean, you say that,
timing.
Take on any.
What tools do EG have to get back into this?
Did Nick or TMV do better in school? TMV did better in school. Nick was one of those kids who didn't care.
2 shots rattle off already, actually. No damage done on Sarah.
Yeah, I'll be doing ones about
There's
EDG.
a lot of pressure coming her way. Nothing but a ghost. Another orb farmed in favor of version 1.
I wish we could tell how many orbs have been farmed at the end of the series.
Yeah, actually, that'd be really nice.
Because I feel like it's
And then they're just ecoing every other round. When again, do we need to eco this round?
More than the rounds, and none for
Probably not. Looking at it.
Which would, I mean, that would just be
I mean,
ridiculous,
maybe.
and also
It's
really
close.
indicative of how clean of a performance this has been from version 1.
They just got the plant down to get the lockdown as well, so this retake is not going to come anywhere near as fast, and it's so far advanced that you can't even stick around and spawn.
No, I mean,
We can just
Power
flow
got
on
caught.
our own.
floor on the swing. Nice timing out from Quincy, though, to help. They put her life on the line for Power. Alexis turning the flash, snapping back onto Starbound. This.
I mean, this has been a rough defensive side. Again, their attack side, they're gonna... They make this somewhat close, so their attack side has to be okay, but...
From the matrix available to them.
And this will have to be the last map I watch, I guess. We should be watching in... But I'm fucking
I mean, if you were hoping for a reverse sweep here, which I don't know if there's many people who are hoping for it. If you were, this is exactly the type of dominance you want to see from V1.
Yeah.
This is exactly the type of dominance you expected from V1 coming into the series for a team that, again, I don't have to repeat everything.
Do you know the UK landlord's nasty little
where's
secrets?
Zolwek?
Well, have you got mouldy walls, infestation, leaking
This is a
windows
whole
or
minute,
pipes,
though.
or maybe a faulty boiler
Zolwek,
which
here
your
we go.
landlord is refusing to fix? Well, you know, it turns out that if you're a council or housing association tenant and your landlord's not being responsive, you're actually eligible for a potentially substantial compensation payout. And you know what? All you've got to do is ask. You know, landlords are abusing the fact that you don't know your rights and laws as a tenant, but it's slowly leaking out. And it's all because of Section 11 of the Landlord and Tenant Act of 1985. Now, this act was recently updated to ensure that all tenants can expect their homes to be fit for human habitation. And this is what's provided these additional rights for tenants. You know, one council
Crazy. So
spent
what was
more
it
than
doing before?
£16 million on compensations in the past 3 years to those who qualify for disrepair compensation. It's crazy, right? So if you're
Crazy.
currently thinking of fixing
What the fuck was it doing
yourself,
before if it's not?
or your landlord is getting on your nerves, well, stop. Tap and see if your postal code qualifies and take advantage of this potentially substantial disrepair compensation.
There you go. As ads go, you know, that one actually is pretty helpful. It's a pretty... Not for me, but, you know... Again, the algorithm doesn't know me, but... For people who are renting, you know, that might actually help people. And it helps people against the landlords, so...
Yeah. And they're gonna be on this.
You know, I'm for that ad. An ad that helps people against scummy landlords.
Traded right back.
I'm for it.
Oh, my God.
Again, that turret's doing nothing.
14 seconds though, they gotta get down. Yeah, they have seconds to be able to deny. I thought maybe Alexis is here.
Oh, this is just, this is, yeah, yes it is. Yes it is. This is just an outrageously dominant performance right now from version 1. For as much as it has felt like an even fight.
I am not a
teams are
Tory
putting cool
landlord.
ideas and are pushing each other to the limit. At least on this map, and I think you said it rather succinctly and eloquently earlier, where it just kind of feels like on this map in
Yeah, this was a domination in that hole.
I mean, we often say things like must win. Boy, for EG, this is a must win pistol.
What do you mean
haven't
check
tried
if your
to make your-
postal code applies? That honestly is a good point. I don't know. Sometimes Wales and Scotland have different... So Wales and Scotland have their own...
So all of the Killjoy utility from Roya is still controlling B.
have their own like assemblies that can make laws. I don't know. That sounds like something that might apply to them. I don't know, but I don't get why you wouldn't just say it only applies in England. But it could be different if you live in England versus the rest.
Age shows that they know.
They have to face. Oh, can she land the second? No. A 1-for-1. Keensy's still healthy. Light armor and a ghost, by the way.
Right, what did we do? Sorry, I was thinking about
and as soon as it hit the ground,
British
Alexis
law.
cleared it. So all of the Killjoy utility from Roya is still controlling B. Well, that's aggressive. That's very aggressive.
So the catch V1 maybe overextending a bit.
I don't know if it was a little
Paranoia.
Come to A.
Age shows that they know.
They have to face. Oh,
Yeah,
can
it's
she
not
land
amazing.
the second? No. A 1-for-1. Keensy's still healthy. Light armor and a ghost, by the way. Sarah and Noya taking a little bit of damage.
Can't plant with the smoke.
30 seconds left.
No clue what's on the other side.
Yeah, it's a terrifying prospect. As both swing out at 1v1. Classic against the ghost. Keensy.
So again, it's okay, but it's not. It's not amazing. What's up, bye?
Yeah, we move on.
It's safe.
They did actually have a ridiculous comeback against Complexity, if I'm not mistaken.
Go up to C. They get it. Let's skip the second round. Who cares?
Starbound might be able to find some timing here.
I'll have to just skip all the ecos at this point.
So does Keensy.
Yep.
They're ready. That's the first kill. That's an entry on the site.
From your Viper, no less.
And they're playing up. This is maybe not what V1 expected.
It's aggressive and it's rewarding them with a kill. Showstopper online now. Oh, a huge kill out from Mel. Hey, can't he find any value there? He's got to know Alexis is close, right? And Nate is going to help, trying to pull the hand off of Sarah. And a clean shot from Keensey. This looks like another bonus baller. That's exactly.
Okay, so again, V1 pretty. Look, this looked pretty easy. I'm going back, bro. Why am I getting ads if we're going back? And I don't play golf. How many times? What?
Keensey satcheling forward, still with the Marshall. And Starbound might be able to find some timing here.
Remember, Floor got the ults up on the third round too. So does Keensey.
Yep.
They're ready. That's the first kill. That's an entry on the...
Yeah, they just walk up.
This, this feels familiar. This feels really familiar. I'm not even talking about just like this round.
YouTube's trying to tell you something.
You're reliving Premier nightmares.
No. Somebody named Billy is coming to mind.
I mean, again, yeah, we'll skip the ecos.
Curious. Yeah.
Unless they lose.
And they both narrowly missed their targets.
I swear, if Floor got dropped there, I would have been a full believer. I'm not quite full blown yet, but...
You're close.
Oh!
This might... Oof. Man, that seemed like that was going to connect. Dog pushing forward. Keensey's already in. There are two members here. They stunned it.
Oh my god.
Keensey gets onto Sarah.
They're really struggling to hold on to A.
She's getting spammed. Lori's dead. No way.
3 HP and Lori finishes it off.
And the Omen TP is nice.
Like this?
And then they're just going to save again.
I'll hop on the other side. That's twice EG. Let's go for that same pick. And they also have an op swap right now. Which Keensey's going to use to use the post while also taking massive space, literally.
The risk here, wait, that's a really deep plant.
Oh my god.
That's so deep.
Go for a fast B hit.
With the crosshair train.
Push deep.
Start out with no idea. Oh, Floor drops. Yeah, there it is. Took a little bit longer than I
Leave
thought it
it
would, but
too
ultimately
deep.
comes to do.
It's straight at 2 on the other side.
Generally played pretty fast here, to be honest.
Down in hand. 3v2. Power pistol feeling a lot of pressure to spam. Not going to connect as Mel pinches in from the other side. Dea surrounded. Power pistol surrounded.
Yeah,
round in favor, version 1.
That was close. I mean, moments there where you thought for sure, especially Lori's
This one has been faster.
It's
really fast there. Floor taking the aggressive line and denying all that face to EG early.
Yeah, it's surprising that Power was even able to get some damage down on Floor.
Looking for more. And Nano's going to hurt. Very
Generally dealt with the aggression well. At least decently.
And surely you end here, right? This is where your wall is.
The problem is there's so many big ults now for V1. I mean, you've got the Seekers, you've got Mel, who is fantastic with the cosmic divides. You kind of have to be poking and prodding at all of the different sides, which is conscious.
So Power, if I'm not mistaken, Power Pixel walked over
Seekers.
their wall. Never mind. That's now both controllers gone.
Yeah.
And the obfuscation of vision of lines is no longer available. And they're not able to land the shot. Yep.
Missed the
Not
name.
gonna land. Can you convert with the
This is impossible.
feeling some of the pressure?
Look, the situation's already impossible. They're committing to this plan, and Mel has a cosmic divide. The only hope they have is, yeah, the showstopper delays enough that this cosmic divide. There's actually a gap to walk out on right there. Whoa, they're gonna recognize this.
They're both so concerned. Now pushing forward. Flash on the other side. Keensey's taking so much damage from the Molly, 34 HP. Sarah's already got the 3/4 of the way. It's gotta happen fast, and it's not.
Yeah, just playing again, just a bit lost that round.
Chance.
They got unlucky maybe with that spam kill on A, but
On A with the op. I thought for a second she was behind that turret. No, it's the sky instead.
both teams have been able to take it. No one's been able to
Out
hold
there
A,
doing it.
basically.
So far back now. Dancing death on more than one occasion. Meanwhile, the Flash getting some info. I mean, take a look at what's happening towards A. You've got 2 stars, 2 nanos, an alarm bot, and the turret.
Yeah. Only allowed because this pit towards C allows for one person to play it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be tough. I mean, there's render setups for the grab bar possible. They even got the orb here too. That's crazy.
So they've gotten up this far. Yeah, that orb came out from spawn, by the way, before the round even started, which was nuts.
And it's just covered up, but Octane might actually nullify everything. Noi's gonna stay and try to get one kill on her way out.
Like nothing is found. So they create some space in EG, move forward. Up in the hands of Keensey. I don't know that there's anything to control that. They're going to drop the pit of their own. Lori has fallen. Mel pushing forward.
That's so good for Mel. She drops on the rope silently.
Oh, the wall was big. As it goes down, Alexis.
3v3, Viper's pit, they probably lose.
And EG stay alive.
Yeah.
A little bit on the back foot here. Well,
It's an eco.
You're a stun.
They're playing anti. There's 2 people. Like,
Let's get through it. V1 take a timeout.
Yeah, and another fast hit towards A. Floor pushes forward.
It's a big fight.
They get a second.
that's ridiculous.
Again, both teams really struggling to deal with A.
That's so crazy.
Before using Uplearn, I was stuck on C's and all
I'm not a student!
economics. Since then, I'm now on A's.
Good for you!
Far and away. What's you after there?
Yep, easy now. Beginning of the round.
But notice Satchel never looking back. And you can easily catch that flash every time. They're going to fight again, Doug. This is full eco, though. Not full eco. Guard and Judge.
They both satcheled right around each other. Floor taking so much damage. Lori trying to punch back. And it's all
The end of
So again, this time V1 win the fight on A.
This is full eco, though. Not full eco. Guard and Judge.
they both satcheled right around each other. Floor taking so much damage. Lori
I don't
trying
know
to
why a
punch back.
wall isn't up.
Reminds me of the
But okay.
Grand finals. They take
Wait, what? Oh
everyone's
yeah,
equipped.
they lose.
Just blocking the Judge. Ah, this
Okay. On that map, their attack I thought was fine. I mean, their defense was all sorts of bad. Just didn't look like they knew what to do. Couldn't, like, again, with this map, if you can't defend A, just call that rep. You're not going to be able to win. Upload the VOD to YouTube. Ban him? Yeah, it's got to be a ban, I think. I got one of your champs on my main page yesterday. Yeah, I was stun locked by that, to be honest. But yeah, that's got to be. Kid, that's a ban. If you're wondering, that's a ban. I could upload the VOD, so maybe, who knows. Goodbye.